Lions, attention Lions, we are beginning in the next 60 seconds. Please have a seat. 60 seconds. All right, I believe you're ready. Our multiple council chairperson for multiple district 411, Engineer Josephat Muthumbe. The district governor, district 411A, Ambassador Simon Njoroge, and First Lady Irene Mwangi. Our chief guest, the Area E LCIF coordinator, PCC, Engineer Dance Naturinda, all the way from Uganda, District 411B. Immediate past District Governor, District 411A, Dr. Moez Manji. First Vice District Governor, Inderjeet Esmain. Second Vice District Governor, RJ Shah. Leo Advisor Panelist for Africa, Nathaniel Muigai. Multiple district and district GAT and LCIF coordinators. Past council chairpersons, past district governors, cabinet and district officers, Leo District President, Ambassador Rogers Mayweather, Lions and Leos of District 411A, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good afternoon. Welcome to Nakuru. And welcome to the second cabinet meeting for the Lionistic year 2025-2026. My name is Lion Wanjiro Maureen, and I am your Director of Ceremonies. And once again, let's have a good time, let's engage, and let's make friends. So a few housekeeping rules as we begin. Number one, please put your phones on mute or on silent. Penalties will be there for any phone that rings. Members who have joined us virtually, karibuni sana, we hope you can hear us. Please register your name and your club on the chat and interact and ask questions. We'll be looking at them regularly. Number three, the washrooms are in the next room outside to the left, where Leo Yusuf is standing. Yes, and there's a dispenser with water. Please feel free to move in and out and get some more water in the next room. And soft copies of the folder have been sent to all the district groups except the main one. So if you don't have a physical copy, please refer to the soft copy. So Desmond Tutu once said, do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm and change the world. It's my belief that we are here today to improve our little bits of good so that we can grow and change our bit of the world. So on to the business of the day. I request the district governor to call the meeting to order.
Fellow Lions, Leos, chief guest and guest, in the spirit of we serve, I call this second cabinet meeting to order.
Thank you, District Governor. I now call upon our second Vice District Governor, Ajay Shah, to give us the invocation.
Thank you, CS, Maureen. Please join me in a moment of quiet reflection as we prepare our hearts for the task ahead. Please be upstanding. Almighty and gracious God, our hearts overflow with gratitude as we gather for the second cabinet meeting of District 411A. We thank you for the journey of the past year, for the lives touched, the sight restored, and the hunger eased throughout 2025. We honor the resilience of every lion who stood in the gap for the community, proving that where there is a need, there is a lion. Today, we ask a special spark of inspiration to ignite this room. Bless our District Governor, Ambassador Simon Njoroge, as he steers this ship. Grant him not just the wisdom to lead, but the joy of seeing his vision take root in the hearts of our members. We are grateful for the presence of our guest of honor, past Council Chairperson Engineer Dr. Dans Naturinda. We thank him for his years of dedicated service and ask that his mentorship continues to fuel our passion. Lord, remind us that we are more than just a committee. We are a family. In our deliberations today, let our voices be kind, our ears be open, and our hearts be synchronized. Help us to remember that every report we read, we pass, represents a child helped, a tree planted, or a community uplifted. As we face the challenges and opportunities of 2026, strip away our fatigue and replace it with a renewed fire for service. May the legacy of 2025 be the foundation upon which we build an even more glorious future for District 411A. Keep us humble in our success and united in our purpose. Amen.
Thank you. Let's remain upstanding. Let's remain on our toes and our feet. As I call upon FDI Lion Moses Shuda to recite the loyal toast.
Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses and join me in drinking a toast to the good health and long life of our President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. To the President.
We may be seated. I now call upon the District Governor, Ambassador Simon Njoroge, to give his welcome address.
Thank you, Director of Ceremony. To our chief guest, Lion Dance, welcome to Kenya. and welcome to Nakuru, and welcome to District 411A. Since protocol had been established, I want also to welcome you, Lions and Leos, and our guests to our second cabinet meeting in Nakuru. The number, what I've seen today, the number is, I mean, you have come all the way from Nairobi, from Kericho, from Kisumu. Wow. Please clap for yourselves for being here. I want to thank Lions Club of Nakuru, because when we planted this was about 3 months ago, and you have made it work. So Lions Club of Nakuru and Lions Club of Nakuru Menengai, thank you so much for hosting us here. I arrived yesterday, and when I came to Nakuru, I was very eager to come to this hall. But Lion Puvi told me, please relax, Governor. I have got you. Thank you, Lion Puvi. Thank you. So clap for her. She's done an amazing job. Thank you again, because we started our day very well. We have walked around the school. We have opened our library there and given books. We have done a feeding program. And also, we have planted trees. And the best thing of today is we have kept time. So thank you. Thank you, Lions. I really take this opportunity to say that this will be the second and best cabinet meeting where we will have fun. We will talk about our district and we'll know what is going on in our district. So Lion Dance, our chief guest, just be patient. Today, we have many things lined for you. And of course, since we know you're a good dancer, you'll be opening the dance floor with the CS herself. I don't want to take so much of your time. This was just to welcome you, but I'll be back here because we need to talk about this duty. And by the way, let me not forget, I have seen a good friend that in our second cabinet meeting in District 411A, Ethiopia is with us. Not just one member of Ethiopia, even there are 2 members of Ethiopia, and one will be joining a club in Nakuru. Please stand up. You can get, I'll give you a chance to say something, but you can take the mic and say hi to the people, because you might not get this chance again.
Thank you very much, District Governor, Chief Guest, and all protocols observed, and the Lions and fellow Lions. It's a great pleasure for me to be here today with you, and I'm so excited to be part of the second meeting. And I'm sorry for missing the first cabinet meeting, which happened some 3 or 4 months ago. I had another commitment somewhere, so I couldn't make it. I'm also happy to be here in Nakuru after 23 years. I just came to the district convention in 2003 as a lion from Ethiopia. So that's also a very memorable time, and I'm really very happy to be back. And one breaking news I have for you is Ethiopia is preparing to give you its second vice district governor. So I really beg your indulgence to really support the candidate. And one other request I have at this point in time is to request the DG and the GLT team as well to really consider organizing a leadership meeting in Ethiopia, because we are trying to revive all our clubs and everything, expand Lionism in Ethiopia as much as possible. So we need a leadership training as quickly as possible, preferably sometime next month. So Lion Anchubi, past council chair, please consider it in your plan as much as you can. Thank you so much. And thank you very much. And look forward also to hosting district convention in Ethiopia. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lion, when you said that Ethiopia is ready to give us a second vice district governor, I hope it is you. GLT has noted and will prepare for the leadership training in Ethiopia, because I know I have a great team. I have great trainers in District 411A, led by GLT and Shumbi. So, and Shumbi, please, after this, get in touch with my brother so that you can plan with the date and when we'll be going to Ethiopia. And of course, those who are here, take opportunity of it. Let's go to Ethiopia. So thank you and welcome. And when you go back to Ethiopia, go give greetings to the Lions of Ethiopia from the district governor and Karibu Tena. My report is on the booklet. I don't want to keep on repeating, but I'll just highlight a few of things that are there. Of course, leadership trainings we have done, and I want to thank the GLT for giving us great trainings. To the Lions and Leos, we have done trainings, especially Saturdays. And I want to thank Anshubi. Where is she? I have not seen her today. Is she in? Oh, you're there. Thank you for the trainings that you're leading our district. Major events have been done. I remember we had the Leo camp. We had the Leo Fun Day. We have had so many activities. And today we have our activity in Nakuru, which is the second cabinet meeting. I want to thank the Lions for giving service, especially this year or the last 6 months. We have done 2,000 over activities, and we have served over 900,000 people. So clap for yourselves. We have had major grants. I remember was a time we were in Doret, where we had a disaster, and we got a major grant of $15 from the LCIF. We have had another grant that has come last year, where we are building the Hope hostels in Kenyatta Hospital, and that one came through our immediate past district governor, Dr. Moyes. So thank you for that grant. Clap for Moyes, please. Today, and this time, we have a grant of the Quest program. And I want to thank our chief guest, because he is here with us in Nakuru. And of course, his spouse is in Kagio training the Quest program. So today he's here, but I hope you're going to meet later in the evening. So, and the Quest came from a lion called Lion Charles. And where he is, he's in Embu. So let's clap for him for a good job he's doing. We have had another major grant, which is MPSHA, where we have a bone marrow clinic today, and that was still from the LCIF. We have another major grant that, remember, we have a hospital that is being built in Kisumu. And if it wasn't for PCC Samson Degwa, that hospital would not be there. We have a major grant that came last year for buying the equipment of that hospital. So PCC, thank you. We always remember you because of that hospital in Kisumu. Clap for PCC. In total, Lions, we have had Lions who have been contributing to LCIF, and that is our Mervyn Jones Fellows, who we have our convener here, who is my brother, my friend, Senior Lion. Do you know him? What is his name? Ranji Patel Lamjibai. We call him the youngest lion in Nairobi host. And if you saw him walking today when we were going for the activities, he was walking faster than me. Thank you, sir. Today in the morning, he communicated, and through a chief guest, today we have 21 members that have contributed to Mervyn Jones. So clap for yourselves. And I know by the end of these 5 months, we'll have made to a target, isn't it? I wish you can just talk to these lions today and we get 10 Marvin Jones from today's cabinet meeting. I know Bella Shah is here. Thank you so much. I know the president of Nakuru wants to be progressive. I can see Rosemary Maina, she is here. I can see Kirero Wanjiro is here. Emma, stop looking down. We have talked about this. I can see the president of Kericho is here. City, the money man is here. So I've already counted 10, Ramji. I hope you're noting down. I hope you have a secretary who's noting down those names. And of course, behind you, we have Lion Shodha and now Dr. Karanja, and we have our president, George Kamau. How many are those? Do you want more? Another 2. Of course, we have Lion Tashoma. He's here. And he told me today morning he wants to be an MJF. Oh, progressive, that's what you said. No, you said you are going to add $1,000. So thank you so much. Clap for him. As I finish, we have done a lot of partnerships with different government organizations. We have had a partnership, of course, with my friend Jaako Buru. We have done a partnership with the PS of Health. We have a partnership that is still on the coming up with the University of Kenyatta. And of course, not forgetting, yes, thank you for telling him the names. Thank you, PCC. Last but not least, I would like to announce here to PCC, Samson Ndegwa, is that the governor of Kisumu has requested that we should go and visit him for the road that goes to the hospital in Kisumu. It's still another partnership. And I want to thank the lady behind it called Lion Wanja, who is not here with us, but I know she's watching. Please clap for her. We have done a lot as Lions and Leos of District 4 and 1A. But when we were closing December, we had brought in 170 new Lions. But we also dropped 174 Lions. We lost 2 clubs. And District 4 and 1A, in our multiple district, and I know Engineer Muthombe is here with our multiple council chair. In our multiple district, District 4 and 1A has not gained any new Lions as for today, because we brought in 170 and we have lost 174. So we are in negative what? We are -3 because there is a club that added 1 more Lion. I am pleading with you. My district goals, our district goals, we are supposed to bring in new Lions, 450 new Lions, and establish 10 new clubs. I want to thank Lions of Ethiopia because they have given me 1 club. It's called Big Vision. And I think there's another one on the pipeline. I want to thank Lions Club of Nairobi Greater because they have brought a new club, that is Livanyando. But we are at negative. And I can see my regional chairs here. I can see the zone chairs here. We had a meeting earlier, 2 days ago, and we named the regions that are not adding members. I know Lion Bella Shah is here. You have 5 clubs that are under 20 members. And I told me you're going to work on it. I have Ankit here, Lion Ankit here. He knows what we talked about. I have regional chair, Rose Rosemary, she's here. Those numbers are giving me sleepless nights. President Kericho, I can see you are here, and we talked about your club. City, you are here. You are 13 members. You are below 20. I want you just to reflect. If your club has less than 10 members, I'm not asking for many. Give me 5 for you to be 15 members. And these 5 members, I'm not asking for them today. I'm only giving you 2 months. But since of the spirit of lions, let us give ourselves until March. We need to grow our numbers. It was very unfortunate for our sister club, Nairobi Lions Club of Karen, to drop 21 members. But we have talked with the members, and they have said to me, Governor, we have talked that each member in Karen will be bringing 1 new member. Isn't it, my sister? Clap for her. When you hear somebody say yes. I've talked with my CS, who has dropped 8 members. And she told me she's living with Lions from Nakuru, so that you can give her 2. But for the 8 members CS, I'm giving you until March. The remaining members that you have, try hard, work hard, and get only 5 to the end of March. The other 2, PCC Samson Degwa will call people from Roiro, and he has many friends. He'll give you 2 Lions. Is that a PCC? Thank you. I want to thank the Club of Nakuru because we have brought in a new branch club. Are they here? Maureen and your team? You can stand up. I can see your mom. Today, our chief guest will be inducting 12 new members from the new club. And you can see they have the young and the youngest. You can have a seat. So we'll be waiting for you in the evening. And thank you, Purvi, because you did a good orientation to these new members. Today, I want us to focus on membership. Where are we going wrong? And sorry, I'd forgotten my prospective Maureen. I've also added you another new lion from Ethiopia who will be living in Nakuru, and she's there. So count her to be one of your members. Zone chairs who are here, you are representing 4 clubs. And it's not easy, but focus on those 4 clubs. If we would reach the number of those clubs I'm talking about, I have them here and I don't want to keep on mentioning them, we would add by March. If we would add those numbers I'm talking about, if you're not at 20, you're 15, add 5, be 20. If you're 18, add 2, be 20. We'll be adding new 75 members. Just from the within those clubs that are below 10. Immediate past district governor, you have promised me that those clubs that dropped, you will be bringing them back. And I'm still waiting, and I told you if you need any support from the district governor, I am ready to give you. We lost 2 clubs, 2 big clubs, mighty clubs, which have even senators in them. So, immediate past district governor, I'm looking forward for those clubs to come back. And if you can give me another one, I'll really appreciate. I'm happy with it, my team, because we are bringing a new club very soon. That is maybe when I come for your visit at the end of this month. We might meet them, all of them, when they are 20. First Vice, thank you. I know there's a club we are planning to have. We are working very well with this team. And every day we talk on phone. But the numbers in our district is a problem. GMT, you are here. I would want you to focus on the clubs I'm talking about. Retention is giving us a problem. But remember, the members that we lost, most of them are the members that came in last year. I'm concerned. And presidents who are here, zone chairs who are here, regional chairs who are here, let us retain our members. Let the president not just drop members without even first calling the regional chairs or the zone chairs. Lion and Kit, you know you have a concern in Naivasha. But Naivasha, we are lucky. We have a lady who is here with us who wants Naivasha to be different. Is she here? Please stand up. Wow, be outstanding. Clap for that lady. The lady comes from Kagio, but she lives in Naivasha. But when we talked about Naivasha, she has told me by next week, she will be having 20 members for us to go and meet. Thank you for that. You can be seated. So we have members that we can bring in, and we have people who can help us. But for us Lions, the clubs that we have, let us retain. Kisumu has been with 16 members since 2 years ago. I just need 4. And the rest, if today would say that those who came for this cabinet meeting, when we go back to our home clubs, will look for each one member. One member. Remember, there is family membership. Zone Chair, Macharia, I'm very happy with your club because Regional Chair Elijah are serving with his spouse. District Governor Ambassador Simon is serving with the spouse. PCC Samson Degwa is serving with Bella Shah, Regional Chair, is serving with. What about James Maina from Thika Kirimabogo? Is serving alone. Presidents who are here, regional chairs who are here. I'm happy with Moses Shoda is serving with this. Dr. Karanja is serving alone. Take advantage of family membership. And when you take advantage of family membership, you know what happens. The district dues, the international dues, you pay 50%. I'm not telling Rogers to go and look for a spouse today, because my message might go wrong. And somebody's district governor said, we go and look for spouses. No. If you don't have, it's okay. You can bring your sister. Family membership. Let's take advantage of it. Last but not least, is to say, today we want to have the shortest second cabinet meeting. We have been doing cabinet meetings in Nairobi and everywhere, but we have always called region chairs to come and read already what is in the booklet. Today, we are going to do it differently, because already you have everybody's report. Already she has even sent on your various gadgets. When you come here as a regional chair, we'll ask you, what is your plan for 4 months? Zone chairs, I will not say you have been very good, because you are the last to send your reports. I can see you there. Somewhere you were there, even, anyway, that's a story for another day. But today you are not going to read your reports. You'll be coming to tell us what is the plan. Last but not least, we have our chief guest. And today he's here visiting us, coming to give us advice what they're doing in 411A or 411B. But also remember, he's the boss of LCIF. So be prepared with your pockets, because every word he talks, 1,000 shillings. So we are not going to make you say few words. Say as many as you can. We can afford them. Isn't it, Lance? I want us to talk about LCIF. In fact, most of us are not contributing, and I've read how many grants we have got. I think we have most of the grants in the whole multiple district, isn't it? So he's going to be here, he's going to talk to us, but most of it, he's going to talk also about membership. I'm happy to see Lions from Homa Bay. I know they had a problem, but the president is here. When I visited them, they added 2 members, and they promised me that in 4 months, since they're 12, there'll be 20. So thank you, President. Thank you, Homa Bay, for being here. I want to thank you again for supporting me. The Leos, thank you. I have seen the spirit that you have. I've seen what you're doing with the leadership of the district Leo president. So thank you, Leos. And I also want to thank Lion Susan. Is she here? From Lavington. Oh, I'm happy to say that next weekend, we will be chartering a Rio Club all the way from Kakoma ama Kakuma. How many have been to Kakuma? How many lions do you need to escort you there? Kakuma. How many kilometers? Only. Please talk to Lion Shoda. He's very good in organizing for those trips. I know he's here. Shoda, we are going to Kakuma, so I'll start organizing today so that we can be there in big numbers. All said and done, I want to say something to you, Lions of District 411A. We talked that when you go to the hospital, Lions Hospital, if you don't tell them you are a lion, how will they know? We said as lions when we go there, it's our hospital. We are supposed to be treated with respect. We are supposed to be treated very fast because we are going there and we want to go for activities. And I told you, Lions, that we have discussed with the hospital. Every lion to have a card that has your name, your club, and your Lions number. And we sent it to our different forums. Shockingly, only 10 lions responded. When I meet Masharia in the Site First Hospital, he tells me, oh, Governor, I've taken too much time. But you don't have that card. Those staff in the hospital will not know you. I'll be releasing other cards at the end of this month. If you don't have that card, please see the city. He's here with us. Please stand up, city. He's here with us. Let him take you through what you should do. That when you just go to the hospital, you give your card, they know you're a lion, and you're treated very fast. And that card will even help you get your 25% discount, either in operation, either in reading glasses, or medication. It's good to take note of that. That is why we are lions. That's why we have that hospital there. Take advantage of the card. District Governor's office is in the hospital at the service center, and my policy is anytime, please step in. Anytime, please, you want to see the district governor, my doors are open. Either for Lions, either for personal things, my doors is opened. We have only remained 5 months. Then our first district governor will take the hot seat. In these 5 months, let's make a difference. In these 5 months, let us serve. These 5 months remaining, let us serve another 900,000 people. Can't we make it? Will we make it? In these 5 months, let us bring 150 new Lions to our fold. Will we make it? Will we make it? Look at me. Will we make it? Thank you. In these 5 months, let us give the target of $63,000. Will we make it? We should make it. That is the challenge I'm giving you as Lions and Leos of District 411A and our guests that will be inducting today. Welcome to Lionsm. Have fun with us and do service. Please, after this, we'll go refresh, then come back here in the evening. There will be a lot of dancing and, of course, a lot of fun. With all said and done, can I close the second cabinet meeting? Thank you, fellow Lions. Thank you, Leos. I appreciate you, and God bless you. God bless our district, and let us enjoy and have fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you, District Governor, for your words. I now call upon Past Council Chairperson, GLT Coordinator Ann Shubi, to come and give us the felicitation remarks.
Thank you very much. Yes, our CS, I discovered a name Wanjiro Kamau for this, and fellow Lions, invited guests. I will stand on the established protocol, but I feel happy to mention, Governor will mention you last, because we have our council chair, Engineer Muthombe, and my great son, good friend, Engineer Past Council Chair, Nance Naturinda. Karibuni sana. This is 411A Kenya. I am repeating that so that I get my rhythm of talking, because I am actually very excited. It is a privilege to be able to say felicitations. It's just congratulations, greetings from all of us. But I think I will not have said much if I don't say this. And if I go wrong, I have Google Maps here. One of them is my past governor, Susha. Thank you. And also PCC Samson and past governor Ramji Patel. Have we ever held a cabinet meeting outside Nairobi? So see when? Maybe you stand up so that they can see the first governor of our district. I like that appreciation. Can we hear it more? Because for my lifetime in Lionism, this is the first time I have had or have attended cabinet meeting outside Nairobi. And I'll tell you this, our treasurer, Amos, that this is actually much more, the attendance is more than we get in Nairobi. And I think I'm right on that, Kothari, isn't it? Yeah, so let's be happy. So Governor Simon, it is very exciting and congratulations, because since I was a governor, we were saying, let's go to Nakuru. Obviously, there was this Iron Lady Puvi saying, yes, come to Nakuru. And you can see the arrangement was very good. Congratulations, Puvi. She's one of our GLT trainers. Thank you very much for this organization. We appreciate. Now, let's clap for her. I'm supposed to just greet you, but at least I'm allowed to say one or two things. Now, the other thing, I can see your smiles. And CS here, Wanjiro Kamau, that's her other name, said that the little things that we do, and it makes life interesting. Of course, I will not say Nairobi Karen to stand up. I know you are the majority here, to say the least. The little things that we do is what makes us happy. And somebody sometimes said, you all know what monkeys are. When a monkey does a good thing, how do they walk? Confidently, isn't it? So lions, that's it. For us, we do good things. And because we do good things happen to us. And because good things happen to us, we walk with confidence. People think we have a lot of money. Indeed, we have, but not the money that you count cash in dollars or whatever. It is in our hearts. We feel happy because of what we do. Now, Governor Simon Njoroge, yesterday you engaged me. We went, he said training, but when I got there, I am smart sometimes. I said, we are learning. And he pulled it. Kenyatta Hospital, he is forming a club. We have been trying to do it. I don't know how he does it, but I must say you like talking to the girls, but it's okay, there's no problem. Lion Irene, don't worry. First lady, you are covered. But the governor is doing a good job. Now, before I forget, I would like to say something. We are talking here of lions. Why are we here? Engineer Dance, allow me just to say a little more. You are a lead trainer. Sometimes we go offline, but sometimes it helps. Why are we here? Each one of us has a commitment that would have taken you, would have said, you can't make it because you are very committed. Am I right? Am I right? But you are here. Why? Because you have passion, you have pride in what you do. And because of that, we are actually also very proud of you. But what is it that you do? You don't get paid, but it makes you want to do it more and come back again. It's because we serve the humanity. We have projects. That is why the governor is all over. Eldoret, Homa Bay. Did you go to Somali? Yeah, because there are Lions clubs in Somali. So we don't know what is happening there. I'm saying we have projects all over, serving humanity, not individuals. They are our projects. Can we make it our business as Lions to know what is happening there? And I am serious. Because if you look at the Lions Code of Ethics, we need to do more than we are doing in terms of knowledge, accountability, taking charge. And when we do that, we will translate these more services to more people. And that is why the governor is waking up dreaming membership, sleeping dreaming membership. And governor, don't cry so much over it. It's because last year you did so well. The hand went higher than within reason. And because of that, you are helped by the leaders beyond you to set a higher handle, isn't it? So now that you went down in membership, it's not like you are doing badly. It's because somewhere, somehow you got very excited. But it is the same as we are going to help the governor and the governors that are going to come to close the back door. So like I said yesterday at Kenyatta Hospital, we are learning. What is it that we did not wrongly, but we can do better than we did last year so that we don't have hype the membership, which then goes down so quickly. So you see, we are learning, and that's why you are attentive, isn't it? Let's recruit members, not like mass movement. Here, you come. No. Let's do it well so that we have members who make up their minds to be members because they know what they are signing up to. That way, at least we'll have quality members who have made up their mind fully to stay. Can we do that? We shall be happier. Then when we have more members, it means we shall also have more leaders. And this is where I come in. Because as we lead, as we serve, we have also to know when we make missteps, when we make the wrong steps. And this is where we learn. We don't train, we learn together, best practices. And again, I will repeat, let us make it our point to know what is happening in Homa Bay, what is happening in Kisumu, what is happening in where you are going to form another club, what is happening in Nairobi, various projects that we have all over. Let us get engaged. There is a school in Thika Kirimambogo. Let us get engaged. Let us know what happens there, because by the end of the day, it is our project. Ramji Patel, past governor. Am I saying the right thing? Yeah, put your hand up if I'm saying the right thing. Clap for him. Because there is always a human element, and we must actually overcome that so that we are better leaders. Finally, there is where Idinia Dance Natu leader comes from, 411B. All those lions are very many, by the way. They are even threatening to form another district. Are you already there? Oh, imagine that. Clap for him. They are forming another district. What that means is that their membership has grown. It is growing. As they drop, they grow more membership, and they will have 2 other districts. And therefore, that will translate to more service to humanity. Now, let me finish by saying, as our population in 411A grows, this is also the problems. There are these ones who are killing each other. And in Lionism, we are allowed that we can customize the need to humanity depending on a particular area. If you find there that girls of 9 to 16 years are giving birth, go there, talk to them. There is a need. So we can make, and this is about learning and leadership. And the more, the merrier. If we can have as many members as possible, I wish we can beat 411B. And I believe you me, we can. We just need to be more passionate about it. And by the way, we are all very proud that you could come with all, despite all your commitments, you are here. Let us have Mary, that's all we can have because there is no payment. We will enjoy the evening. You also see how those members, those lady members who are my age, the new members here, we have very good dance moves. So there will be a competition. Yeah, you guys, the ladies, salute to me, we met there, the shows. Yeah, I am one of them, okay. So we tuonane jioni. So let's have Mary, please clap for me as I leave. Thank you very much, Governor. We are very proud of you. Engineer Muthombe, he came all the way from Thika also. Clap for him. Thank you.
Thank you, GLT Coordinator. I now call upon our MCC, Engineer Josephat Muthombe, for his brief remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Master Director of Ceremony, for this opportunity. I want to say, fellow Lions, Leos, and our guests, our expected new members, good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon once again. I want to start by saying how happy I am to be here today. I love Nakuru town for many reasons. One is that I have very good friends who are Lions, who received me very well when I was the district governor during the COVID time. Purvi and company, and all members of Nakuru and Menengai, thank you very much for the good reception that you gave me. So I still have that in my mind. I also want to say that Nakuru happens also to be the home of my in-laws. My second-born daughter is married here in Nakuru. I know, Sushi, you don't know that. So it's a place I also want to come and visit and see whether I get time to say hello to them. As I start, I want to borrow the protocol that we have. This has already been established. But at the same time, I would like to recognize the presence of our chief guests, my very dear friend, Engineer Dance Naturinda, who has come all the way from Uganda. I know you have clapped many times for him. Please do it again for him. For those who may not remember, I took over the position of multiple counsel from Dance, and I had a very good time as his deputy because I learned a lot from him. And I believe that that knowledge is what I am also using to further our obligations as Lions. I've also recognized past DC Governor Sushi Shah. Thank you very much, Sushi. During her governorship many years ago, she made me a zone chairperson. I always remember that because that was the beginning of my journey towards leadership in Lionism. Sushi, thank you very much for that. And all of you who have come, this is a good attendance like our past council chairperson Anne has said. It's much more than we have had in Nairobi. And I believe that is an idea that we should follow in future. Take away the second cabinet meeting from Nairobi, at least give the people an opportunity to move around the country and also see other people and other places. And I believe that is quite encouraging and very attractive. Now, I was not given a lot of time, but I'm happy as a multiple council chair to be able to stand here before you and say a few words. And I would like to say address only two issues. The first one is about membership. And the second one is also about the upcoming events within our district and also within our multiple districts. All the people who have spoken before me, including the governor, have mentioned about the membership. They have expressed their concern about the rate at which our membership in 411A has gone down. As of today, as of yesterday, when I checked on the portal, we were -3. Having recruited, you can imagine we had recruited 178 as of yesterday. No, 175 as of yesterday and dropped 178. That means a -1. My colleague is telling me that he has just checked today. At least there's a bit of improvement. We have -1 now. Dance, you have told me? I haven't checked, but that is an improvement, but it's not enough. We really need to work hard on this. And I kept asking myself, what could be the reason? Why is it that our friends from Uganda, this year, they have added 470 members. And even after dropping 165, they have a net of 305 members. Can we clap for them? 305. What is it? What is the secret that they use? I have not known. I want Dance maybe tell us today. And even if we don't get enough from him, let's follow them. Let's take Uganda as a study case of growth of membership. I've been wondering, is it that we are not doing sufficient orientation? I remember our GLT has been doing quite a lot of work. What could be the reason? Is it that we are letting members go away easily? We are not retaining them well? Those are questions that we need to ask ourselves. And there are many avenues through which we can increase our membership, like the governor has said about family membership. Family membership allows you to have, I think, up to 4 members who are in your family, who are related to you, who can pay half the dues. And that is an encouragement. These are the kind of things that I feel GLT should cover and show members areas that we can be able to help to increase our membership. I know there was a big challenge to my club of Thika Kilimambogo about coming alone. I know even if they come one person at a time, I can tell you they are very committed towards Lionism. But let's think also as Kilimambogo, can we bring in our spouses? Can we bring in our members of family? And so to every one of us, it is very important. In fact, if you look at the numbers in Tanzania, which last year was very low, they have a net growth of 97 members, plus 97. Tanzania, 97. And they have now exceeded the figure of 500, which it was very difficult last year and the year before. Now they are 575, with the growth rate of more than 16%. Yet here in 411A, we are minus 1.8%. It's a big challenge to us. It's a big challenge to me as a MCC, having come from 411A. How do I go and talk to 411B? What do I tell them when back home, my numbers are not working? So I want to urge each and every one of you to put in more effort. Look at all the areas that we can be able to improve on our membership. And let's work together, including even the GLT, to see whether we can improve on our orientation and so on, so that we can bring back our membership to the required level. The next point I wanted to say as I finish is to remind you of the upcoming events. These are areas that we need also to take interest in, because these are areas that also help us to bond and even encourages us to look forward to becoming active members. In April, this year, April, I think it's on 29th, I think, we are going to have a multiple district convention in Dar es Salaam. Already the website has been opened and people have been requested to start enrolling. Please visit the website and enroll yourself. I think it's been more than 10 years since we were in Dar es Salaam, and I can assure you the last convention we had in Dar es Salaam was quite an exciting one, and the convention chairperson has promised what we are going to have in April this year is much bigger and better than it was those 10 or so years ago when we were there. So look for the website. I think the Cabinet Secretary can share that again and more times. Let's register and let's look forward to meeting during the convention. Then, of course, there is the international convention, which I feel it is important for us also in Hong Kong during the month of July. This is very special for us because our international second vice president, Dr. Manoj Shah, is going to take over the position of first international vice president. And that is very, very important, isn't it? Can we all work very hard and see that we are there to witness that? Because he will be only one step to becoming the international president. And it will be a good opportunity for all of us to witness that. At the same time, we will be having one of our members, past council chairperson, Rajida Pape Sembi, being nominated and elected as the international director representing Constitutional Area 8 Africa. This is our chance as multiple district 411, and Pape is going to take that role. We need to be there so that we can escort him and also support him during that process. And now that means we are going to have 2 senior positions coming from our district 411A and by extension from our multiple district 411. So let's be witnesses and supporters of this. The last point I have is about the Faculty Development Institute training that is going to take place in Togo, in the city of Lome, Togo. We have several candidates who have qualified to attend. I don't remember how many from Uganda, but from Kenya, I would like to ask Caroline Onyango to stand up and wave to you. She's been interested in taking the FDI course and she has been admitted to it. Can we clap for her? I think you are going there next month. So we wish you all the best. Come back and join the team that is training and help to us orienting our members. I think fellow Lions, ladies, Leos, I think that's all I had. Today's meeting is district governor's meeting. Mine will be the council meeting when we go for the convention in Dar es Salaam. So thank you very much and God bless you all.
Thank you, MCC. I think our energies are a bit low. I can see so many people in dreamland. Please just rise. Just stand for a minute. Okay, let's shake it out. Just shake your body, please. Oh, music, DJ, selector. Wapinduru. Anything? DJ, we need 20 seconds of joy.
As we wait for the DJ, I think I forgot to mention one very important thing. Next year, we are going to have, of course, a new district governor, and he's going to be sworn in Hong Kong. I forgot to mention that. Can we clap for first vice district governor, Mr. Bain? And that should encourage us more to join in that international convention in Hong Kong. Thank you.
DJ, please. All right, let's have a seat. Let's have our seats, please. DJ ametuangusha. Oh, PCCN should be standing. Yes. Go, PCC. Go, PCC. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. And thank you, PCC. All right, I now call upon Region Chairperson Ankit Kothari to please introduce our chief guest.
Fellow Lions, Leos, and distinguished guests, welcome to Nakuru. There's a saying that great leaders may miss an event, but their influence never misses the room. Today, that influence is clearly here with us. I remember during the last convention, I had a brief chat with Lion Dance about visiting Nakuru. Unfortunately, at that time, he wasn't able to make it. But in what I can only describe as a beautiful Lions coincidence, here he is today with us, present, engaged, and joining us for our cabinet meeting, where leadership is not just ceremonial, but practical, strategic, and impactful. Perhaps this is exactly where he was meant to be. Lion Dance is a proud member of Lions Club of Kampala Central, which he joined in 2005. Over nearly 2 decades of service, he has served Lions Clubs International with distinction at club, district, and multiple district levels. He served as district governor for District 411B in 2019-2020, and later multiple District 411 council chairperson in 2024-2025, among many other leadership roles. During his time as district governor for 411B, we saw membership rise to new heights, a true reflection of his leadership. Currently, Lion Dance serves as the LCIF area leader for Area E, overseeing an impressive footprint of 12 countries: Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Seychelles, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Malawi, Mozambique, Zambia, South Sudan, and Somalia. That is not just geography, that is responsibility, trust, and leadership at scale. He is also an LCIP certified instructor, a mentor of leaders, and a recipient of numerous honors, including 7 International President Medals of Excellence and 5 LCIF chairpersons gold medals, a clear reflection of his commitment to service and excellence. Beyond Lions, Lion Dance is a highly accomplished professional. He is a registered civil engineer, holds a PhD from Makerere University, serves as a civil engineer consultant, and is a lecturer at the College of Engineering, Makerere University. His service extends into national development through roles with professional engineering bodies, technical institutions, and key government committees shaping infrastructure and transport policies in Uganda. In Lions, he is a 7-diamond progressive Melvin Jones Fellow. And at home, he is supported by an equally remarkable lion, Lion Ellen Tush Naturenda, the current district governor for District 411B, and a progressive Melvin Jones Fellow in her own right. Together, they are blessed with 3 wonderful children. Fellow Lions, what stands out most about Lion Dance is not just the titles he has held, but the quiet consistency of service, the depth of experience, and the wisdom he brings to every room he enters. We are honored to have Lion Dance with us today. And yes, he is an Arsenal fan. So if anyone here ever feels discouraged, please talk to him. He's been emotionally trained for this over many seasons. Maybe Lion Dance couldn't visit Nakuru earlier because, like all Arsenal fans, he understands that timing is everything. And sometimes you just have to trust the process. So while he may have missed visiting us earlier, we are fortunate, perhaps even more so, to have him here today, where leadership conversations turn into leadership action. Please join me in giving a warm Lions welcome to area leader, Lions Dance Naturenda.
Thank you, Region Chair Ankit. Thank you, fellow Lions. You may be seated. I've already consulted the district governor and he allowed me to step down because I realized when you are standing up here, you are not communicating well. So I'll get closer to my seniors so that if I make a mistake, they can say, oh, you correct that. Leaders up there, protocol observed. Good afternoon. You don't know how happy I am to be in Nakuru at this time. You know, this is the wrong time to be in Uganda, so it's a good idea that I'm here. You will never know what is happening there, but for me, I have a way of finding out, but it's not good. We need prayers, but we are here to serve, and serving we shall. Everyone who comes to speak talks about Lions of Uganda and how we have made it. Wherever I've gone, they always ask, what is it that you do? So I took the time and put down things I personally did as a governor, 2019-2020. There are 27 tips. If the governor gives me 3 hours, we can go through them. Granted. Yes, and that is the truth, because when I was a governor, for the 12 years I was a governor, all of them, we had positive growth every month. I remember that was when we got COVID, but even then we got positive growth. The highest positive growth, to your surprise, was in December and June. When you are supposed to drop, for us, we are growing. So keep inviting me. I'll be giving you one tip every time I come. There are 27. So today I'll give you one tip. I shared it with the Lions who we had a chat last night. So I'll start with that one. Whenever you invite somebody, because membership is by invitation, isn't it? Whenever you invite somebody to a Lions club to join you, they ask you, how do I benefit? That question, even if you ask the international president, he may not answer it satisfactorily. Because how do you explain to somebody that they are going to spend their money and their time and they are not going to be paid? How do you convince them that that is a benefit? Impossible. So tip number one, when you are going to do an activity, instead of inviting your friend that come and inviting them to join Lions, don't invite them to join Lions Club, don't. But when you are having an activity, tag along with them. These are your friends, the people you call, let's go for lunch, let's go for a drink, let's go for a wedding, the people you move with. This time you tell them that we have some interesting activity, join us. Since they are your friends, they'll join you, right? Okay, so when you go for that activity, make sure you serve with them. Now, if each lion came with 2 guests, imagine if you are 5 lions, it means you have 10 guests. We have just had a powerful activity down there. I'm told it is done 365 days a year. Imagine that activity. You move with a friend who doesn't know what lions do. And he finds him or herself the one picking place and serving people they don't know, but you could see they needed the food. After that activity, they will not ask you, what do I benefit? If they are real lions, potential lions, they'll ask you, how do I join you? How can I be part of you? That is the most beautiful question. If you can conquer that, then you will not need to suffer with recruitment. Because we usually try to convince people, tell them so many things about good things about Lions, but they don't feel them. They come expecting to meet, make new friends, get business contacts, and all those things. When they come, they may not get all that. Yet the essence of being a lion is to serve. Call them to serve. If they are not convinced by the activity you are doing, then they are not supposed to be lions. Don't bother with them. But what we do is what human beings do. So I'm very sure that majority of your friends will be touched. And when they join, you won't need to remind them. Okay? That is the best orientation, not sitting in a room and talking and talking. People, especially adult education, is not the easiest. So I want to thank the district governor for inviting me. That was one tip, 26 to go. But I want to thank the district governor for inviting me. Of course, talk about membership, but I wanted to talk about it in a different dimension. You know, when you are seated in front of your seniors, you don't want to bore them with what they already know. You want to get what they already know and twist it in such a way that they'll say, okay, that is new knowledge. That's what I want to do. You have been told I'm the LCIF area leader for Area E, which covers Eastern and Southern Africa. And one of the things we have realized is that many lions don't really connect well with LCIF. But we are lions, we serve. And if I go further, I want to use this opportunity to also thank the Lions of Nakuru. Guys, thank you. Whatever you are doing is powerful. The activities, the projects, this is powerful. Doing this in your community, I don't think there's anybody in Nakuru who doesn't know that we have lions. So lions serve and serve in their communities. We don't serve elsewhere. We serve in our communities. Meaning even when we are recruiting members, we actually invite members in our community to help enhance the service in our communities. But what I wanted to talk about today, and I'm going to talk about it for all my 30 minutes, is the international in our name. Because we are Lions International. If you have a club and you're serving in Nakuru, you are a Lions Club of Nakuru. That's okay. It could have been called another name and would still serve in Nakuru. You get the point? You could start any club. There are so many other clubs that are not Lions clubs, and they are serving. But in our name, there is the word international. The international bit is what I want to focus on, and I request somebody to run my slides there, because you know, for us who are teachers, you can talk and before you know it is 3 hours. So to make sure that my talk doesn't go far, I've decided to prepare a presentation around that topic, the international in our organization. I may ask, if I had the time, I may ask all of you, anyone, to tell me what makes us international. Many of you will say it's because we have clubs all over the world. Many of you will say because, and all those things. But for me, I look at it differently. What makes us international is that Lions Clubs International Foundation. When Lan Ankit was introducing me, he told you I'm a civil engineer. So when I talk about foundations, I'm talking about foundations literally. When you are going to build, that's what matters most. To engineers, at least, I know with architects, that's not where the attention is. The attention is on the beauty. And most of us, sometimes we end up being architects. We're looking at the beauty of clubs and everything, but we forget the founding, the foundation. Because any structure, anything beautiful starts from the foundation. Unfortunately, most of the time we don't see it. We're in this building, none of us has ever seen its foundation. And that's where now the problem is in Lions. When we forget the foundation and we forget that foundations have to be cared for, that sometimes makes us shaky. We talk about membership. I know we are in the year of Mission 1.5, and most people don't relate that with LCIF. When you look at the structure for Lions, I didn't have it in my slides, but you realize that LCIF is in every structure, but not connected to anything. It is pressed there. I don't know if you have ever observed that. Look at any structure, whether for the district or for the club or for international. There is an LCIF coordinator placed in between there. The rest are connected. That one is pressed there because it's a foundation, which is like a building. You won't see it. It is pressed there, but you need to recognize it. The power of the foundation is important in every organization. Now, when we were in Mission 1.5, remember, Mission 1.5 is being driven by GAT, the Group Action Team, which is usually leadership, membership, and extension, and service. That's powerful. That's what drives our organization. That is the vehicle for organization. Leadership, membership, and service. But if you consider organization as a vehicle, GAT is the main vehicle that you see that moves. But that vehicle needs fuel. That is the LCIF that is placed. Maybe, just maybe, the reason we are not going far as a district or as an organization, maybe we are not fueling enough. Maybe we are not paying attention to our foundation. Just maybe. And I'm saying this because I have statistics. Most of the districts that have performed very well in membership, they have done so well in nurturing for the foundation. I'll give an example of 411B you have been talking about. Last year, we raised $83,000. I was the LCIF coordinator, and I know it. And we raised that from 392 members, from 86% of our clubs. So to me, it is not a coincidence that with that nurturing of our foundation, we are doing well in membership. How is this connected? The example I gave you on how we can recruit talked more about service, not just recruitment. Because recruitment, we are talking about invite friends, we orient them, we tell them how we should serve. But we need to change something. What if our recruitment is focused more on service? You see? What if instead of inviting members, tell them what Lions do, what if we invite them to do what we do as Lions? That way they get committed, they join when they know what we are doing as members. Again, I don't have time. I would have asked you, what is the mission of Lions International? You may not have thought about it, but we have a mission as an organization. What you are seeing there is the mission of LCIF. But I can assure you, it is the same mission for Lions International. You will not remember all that words, but if anybody asks you, what is the mission of our organization? What is the mission of Lions International? The mission of Lions International is to empower volunteers to serve their communities. That's the summary of all that. To empower volunteers to serve their communities. Now, let me take it back where I started. I said we form clubs to serve our, meaning you don't need to be a Lion to serve. You can serve in an organization. What makes us international? Because we have a body out there that empowers us to serve. You see? So we cannot avoid the international bit if we are to build a strong district, if you are to build strong Lions clubs. Because that foundation, that organization has a responsibility to empower us. When the governor was there reporting, you heard how much we are getting from our foundation. I'm going to give you the figures down there, but we can talk about it. We are getting a lot of support from Lions Clubs International Foundation. Why? Because that's what it is. We are part of it. They are supposed to empower our service. I'm sure there's a hand of LCIF in the projects we have inspected today here. I'm sure there is a hand of LCIF. Every big project in your community has a hand of LCIF. I know some of you may not appreciate this. Later on, I'll show you how you can be part of this and how everybody should be part of this. Because if you're also a club and you have not really partaken on what LCIF can do for you, the international bit is not yet there. We need the international in our organizations. I'll not repeat that, but the idea there was that LCIF, or our foundation, is actually at the center of Mission 1.5. We'll not go far as Lions in terms of building towards our mission unless we focus on what makes our service tick. Yes, we can use our resources and serve. But where I use $10,000, LCIF has the capacity to multiply that by 4 and give me $40,000. Meaning what I could have done with $10,000, if I know I have a foundation, then I can do much more. Then I can be more visible in my community. Then it becomes easier to get members on board. So let's not ignore our foundation. There are so many figures I'm going to throw around, though we may not pay much attention to them because that's not the gist of the matter, but we need to know that our foundation has existed since 1968, and we have so far awarded over 20,000 grants worldwide, equivalent to over 1.3 billion. So if you have a foundation that is able to do that for you, it means it's really empowering you to build, to become stronger, to recruit, to reach many more people. Pay attention to it. That's our general impacts that we all know. If you want, I can share this. I didn't want to go into because you want to remember the figures. There are things I would want to throw around so that we can appreciate. Of course, this is important because as the population in the world grows, the challenges also continue growing. We had the problem of COVID. COVID almost multiplied the number of community problems where we pay attention. That's why we need the fuel. We cannot rely on just our local resources to change most of the big problems that we have. Now, these are figures from last year. Our foundation gave out $44 million in grants, over 1,800 grants. Now, I want you to remember that figure, make a mental note of that figure. I want to compare it later on so that we know what we are talking about. Now, all of us now know our global causes. Initially, there used to be 5, now there are 8. These causes are to give us focus. But you remember when we increased them to 8, the idea was to include everything. Because most Lions would get confused and say, but it is on the environment side. Blah, blah. What about the deaf whom we are helping? Aren't they part of our cause? What about the other school we built? So when LCIF included the humanitarian bit, it covers a wider scope. Everything else falls under humanitarian. And of course, there was an issue of disaster relief, which was usually not handled by LCIF, but in between there. So it was also considered as an extra cause. And then we introduced the youth. In the past, when we had the 5, it was assumed that the youth cut across. But our Leos are our seeds that we plant. The young people are the future of organization. So we say, let's recognize them as. Now, why am I putting the causes there? Because it is on these causes that we get the fuel. When LCIF is supporting us, it focuses on those wide areas. And all lands around the world have the opportunity to access LCIF and request to be supported in any of those areas. The grants that can be offered by LCIF have been put in 4 categories. We have the ones that are on those 4 causes: childhood cancer, diabetes, hunger, and vision. Every district is entitled to get a grant from each of those areas of up to 100,000, some 150,000 like diabetes. But let me mention this. LCF does not go around distributing grants. No. We are Lions, we have our clubs, we serve our communities, but sometimes we find you have a big challenge you cannot handle on your own. That's when you go to LCF and you see you have a big problem with diabetes. We have done so much. Actually, most of these grants, you are required to contribute 25%. Meaning if you find that the money you have is not able to do what you are doing, that it can be converted into 25% and you request for top up. So LCF will not know that you have the need unless you approach it. Because some of your clubs will think, but we've never had a grant, we've never participated in one, because you've never asked. And I'm not forcing you to ask because you don't have the need. But when you have the need, we know where to go. That's what makes our foundation very important, all of us. Let me repeat this. There's nothing else that makes us international more than the foundation itself. Not even having a second vice international president, that does not make us international because we have only one in the whole world. Does it mean it's not only one which is international? No. Not even having an international director doesn't make us international. The only thing that makes us international, I'm going to repeat it, is LCIF. Why? Because it is LCIF where you as an individual Lion can make a difference in the life of somebody in Nepal that you have never seen, that you've never heard of, and you'll never see. How international can you be more than that? It is through LCIF that you are able to contribute to a disaster that has happened in Haiti. You are not there, they don't know you, but you have contributed. You cannot wake up from Nakuru and say, now I'm going to Haiti to contribute to disaster. That will be the most ineffective way of doing it. The only way you do it is through, and again, it is through the same foundation that you can serve a blind child in Nakuru using money that was donated by somebody in Alaska. Is there anything that can be more international than that? So to me, the foundation is the only thing that makes us international. We have to own it, we have to be part of it, we have to nurture it, we have to make it real in our lives. Every Lion must understand that. If you have no appreciation of the foundation, you are not yet there. You are still learning what it means to be a Lion. Because to me, it is the only way that we become international. Not even attending the International Convention, that doesn't make you international. It is through our foundation. You are able to serve worldwide, you are able to receive service from other places in the world. Now, let me first go back. Among the grants, we have new grants which I wanted to talk about because I want us to get closer to the feeling that LCIF is with us. You know, when we are talking about those grants, the question is how many can we have? Yes, you can only have one diabetes grant every district at a time. You can only have one humanitarian or two and so on. But then you say, then how will those ones help everyone? Now, we have what you call DCG grants. This is a new package of grants which I want you to understand. DCG is an acronym for District and Club Community Impact Grant. These grants can be applied for by either a club or a district, but you have to qualify, and everyone has the capacity and the duty to qualify. So how do you qualify? For every dollar you donate to our foundation, if as a club you are able to raise at least $5,000, LCIF will give you 15% back. Let me repeat. If as a club you are able to put together donations to our foundation amounting to $5,000, you are entitled to 15% back. I'm saying entitled because it's not automatic. Some people Some clubs think if I raise $5,000, the next day I'll find $750 on my account. No. You have to apply. It's like all other grants. You have to have a need. But don't worry if you don't have a need this year. This can be accumulated over 15 years. My club, Kampala Central, is the biggest beneficiary, but we have never applied for a single coin. We are now at about 25,000 or thereabout dollars that we want to build it so it reaches about 40,000. And with that 40,000, we can actually use it as a matching grant with LCIF and get 120,000 and do something big. So every club has that opportunity. If you can raise $5,000, you are entitled to 15% back, meaning now every club has an opportunity to get a share of funding from LCIF to do their own activities. You are the one who chooses what you want to do. But of course, when you are applying to LCIF, you have to tell them what you are going to do, because when you do it, you have to report. Now, for all those clubs that want to raise the $5,000, all their money is added together. If it reaches at least $10,000, then the district is entitled to 15% back. I thought I moved with this notebook because I wanted to show you where we are. This year, we have one club that has already passed $5,000, and that is the Lions Club of Nairobi Host. Yes, but there are others that are close, and I want to recognize all of them. There is Nairobi Greater at 3,000, Nairobi Karen, 2,000. Then we have Kakamega, 600, Kericho, 1,000, Mombasa Pani. We are going to talk about that one shortly. Phoenix, 1,000, and Nairobi Riverside. And of course, Nakuru. Those are clubs that are already supporting LCIF, and they can partake of this grant. I thought I would spend more time on that so that you appreciate that when you donate LCIF, you're entitled to funding. Okay, I've already explained that. Now, yes, this is last year. We had 1,000 such grants given out, and to date we have already given out $4 million in those small grants clubs worldwide. And of course, for constitutional area 8, we had 36,000. Those are countries that qualified. We have Guinea, Ghana, Nigeria, Egypt, and Uganda. No. These are the districts that applied for the funding. We had the one from Guinea, one from Ghana, one from Nigeria, and one from Egypt. But these are the clubs that qualified last year. That's why I said I'll talk about Mombasa Pani. Last year, we had Lions Club of Mombasa Pani qualifying for a DCG grant, and Nairobi Riverside. Only 2. We can get more. Of course, we have a host of clubs from 411B and 411C, and this is the entire area A. One thing I wanted to add, when you're donating to LCIF, you make sure your donation is not tagged on something specific. Because when you say my donation is for disaster relief, then they cannot give you part of it back, because that won't be a disaster. So when we are donating, usually we're advised to leave the grant open. But if you feel strong about a disaster, it's okay, tag it to disaster, well knowing that you will not contribute to the DCG grant. Now, this is the good news I wanted to share with you. And of course, I want to recognize our district coordinator, PCC Ramji. He may have already told you the good news, but I can still break it again. That starting this year, Lions International has actually increased how much you can get back. It's no longer just 15%. But as a club, if you donate a minimum of 10,000, you can actually get 20%. If you donate a minimum of 20,000 and above, you can get 30%. We actually have clubs in Uganda that have already donated up to, I think I have a club of about 30,000. So those ones are entitled to 30% back. Now, remember, any club that doesn't reach 5,000, all that money is added together and counts for the district. So the district also has an opportunity. So, Governor, when you are going around and fundraising from clubs, just to know that if you get funds from every club and we add it up, and it goes above 10,000, you're already above 10,000, we shall see that figure, you're entitled to some money back. That's why the first vice governors should be very interested in LCI fundraising, because that money is usually available to the next governor. So our first governor, Simba, you should be interested in this. You should be supporting our governor to raise more funds, because you will be the beneficiary of the DCG grant next year. What is raised this year is what can only qualify the following year. Now, let me go to the TACHE issue. I've talked about the foundation and nurturing for the foundation. I've talked about LCIF supporting our projects. The question is, where does LCIF get money? The answer is simple. Fundraise, but from who? Most of the funds we get we receive in LCIF most of the funds come from Lions and other well-wishers, but it's also important to note that not a single coin that is donated to our foundation goes to administration. 100% comes back. So I want you to look at LCIF like, those of you who are in agriculture. You can have a small, because I'm saying this because there are some people are saying that, why should I get my $1,000, send it to LCIF when I can use it to serve my community directly? I want you to think about planting seeds. If I have a small cup of seeds, I can cook it and eat it, and it will serve me for that day. Now, that is equivalent to having your $1,000 and using it in your club. But I also have an option of planting the seeds. If I plant those seeds, I'm sure I'm going to harvest much, much more, most of the time, especially if I care for the garden. Now, that's what happens with what we do with LCIF. Every time you donate LCIF, all the money comes back to you with a surplus. Let me show it to you. Yes, last year, we raised, my eyes are bad or what? We raised $82 million worldwide. Okay, there's a figure I told you to make a mental note of. It was 44 million, right? Yeah, that's good news. We gave out 44, but we raised 82. That means the future is bright. It is always important. If you are doing business, you need that. You need to spend less than what you're earning. So we raised $82 million, but we gave out only 44. It's meaning we are building a cycle of funding, and we shouldn't stop. But I want you to look at the highlighted figure. It's $1 million, which came from the whole of Africa. Now, I'll talk about the whole of Africa because we need to start thinking bigger than just our clubs or our districts. We're a constitutional area, and we have a duty to build it so that we can have mileage in terms of making decisions of our international association. We raised 1.4 million, but these are now the grants that were awarded in the same year. So we gave out as constitutional area $1 million. How much did we get? Now, let me show you. Yes, I think I can. That screen can't show my cursor. So you see the yellow, I don't like yellow, but it is yellow anyway. Yellow from the other end. Those are the grants that were given to Africa. $2 million. Twice as much as what we donated. So it is a seed you plant and you harvest more. I don't have the statistics, but maybe Ramji has how much we donated from. We are going to see how much we donated, but how much did you get back in grants? The governor had already talked about the grants, and I think it was a lot of money, but from 411A, I think, yeah, just wanted to show the performance that for the constitutional area, we had 95% performance. We have a goal. How far did you go in achieving it? We go to 95%, which was a good performance. But I want to zoom into 411A, because that's where we should be. What is our contribution in this whole thing? Now, I've just put the performance of clubs of districts in my area, Area E. And the one highlighted is 411A. This table shows how we performed last year. 411A had a goal of $69,000, and we raised half of it. Yes, you see? We raised $36,000. That's good, by the way, because you can sit down and have worse. but we shouldn't be comparing ourselves with the worst ones. Let's compare ourselves with 411B. Yes, I was the coordinator. So that's how we performed 87%. We can improve but the most important message there is to remember that we got grants worth over $200,000 in 411A just last year, but we only donated $36,000. Okay, you need very fertile land to plant so little seeds and harvest so much. Meaning somehow we need to up our game so that there's a proper balance of trade. I'm not saying that we should be donating as much as we are receiving. No. Yesterday I was having a chat with some Lions and we were talking about economies. If you look at the economies, the guys who are donating big, the economies are not compared with ours. But then that is not a matter of economy, because the economy of Kenya is 2.5 times that of Uganda. Yes, the per capita GDP for Kenya is $2,700. The one of Uganda is 1,175. I have the figures. Meaning that defies that reasoning. We cannot say it's about the economy, and we need to ask ourselves that question. Then what is it? Maybe we didn't have information. Now you have the information. We hope to see a difference. So this year I have been given a goal of $63. You know, when you don't reach the goal, then they reduce it. You know, it's like a high jump. If you can't reach a point, there's no sense of adding. We just reduce that, you can still jump. So we are $63,000. And Mrs. Ramji has assured me that we should get 100% plus this year. But I said, I'm not going to trust you. I want to go and see the guys who are going to do it, and they are all in this room. Now, how are we moving? That's now the reality, which I want us to change. Again, I've highlighted 411A. You see, we spread that goal uniformly across the year, meaning by now we should have covered 50%. But where are we? We are now at 26%, meaning we have done a quarter instead of half. We are already lagging. Now, those last two columns, I want to also talk about them. You know, when we are trying to gauge how people can support, we focus on the leaders. Why? Because the leaders who communicate. I'm sure some of you are hearing these things for the first time. Okay? Meaning the leaders have maybe not told you. But the leaders, sometimes they don't tell you because they are also not helping. So that's why we put those last two columns. Are the leaders donating? Yeah, now they are seated, they are all seated there. So for now, I have nothing to hide. The last column shows our leaders. And you can see 411A has 0. Meaning our leaders, now I'm putting you on the direct spotlight. We have only had, because the second last column is the LCIF coordinator, PCC Ramji has donated $1,000. That is leading by example. And I want to appreciate him. But we need more from the governor. We need more from the council chairperson. We need more from the area leaders. And our vice president has donated $3,000. Our international director has donated $600. But apart from those, we are yet to get leaders on board. So those are usually the signs. Because if the leaders are not donating, it means they can't talk about. But then you have realized, then we get a problem. You see, I want to go back a bit and try to connect LCIF with membership. If I'm putting money in our foundation, it means I have a full understanding and appreciation of our organization. I have the conviction to invite somebody to join in. But if I'm not, maybe I'm not yet there. I'm not yet convinced that I'm supposed to be a lion. So that's what I was saying, usually, how we support our foundation is a reflection of how we feel about our organization. So maybe the governors and other leaders, you need to start thinking about that. How do we get our people to love the organization? Because that way they can recruit with conviction, you see? So there is no way you can separate LCI from Mission 1.5. I thought I should share that because usually images communicate better. This is how we are doing. The plan is blue, but The reason I actually asked your governor that I should come and talk to you, that scared me. Because in statistics, we do extrapolation. If you extrapolate the red curve, it's not going in the right direction. We started off well, but now you can see we are going down. We need to change that. Why? I told you this is the fuel that is moving the vehicle. If you have a vehicle and you are not going to add fuel, you are from Nairobi, you are going to Nakuru. If you don't add fuel, do you think you reach? We need to add fuel, and we'll talk more about that tonight. We need to add more fuel so that, because 411A is not any district. 411A has our vice president here. 411A is going to have international director. We need to put in a bit of pride. You know, way back, the Ramjis will tell you, way back, 411A was bigger than 404, Nigeria, way bigger. Those days, that's when they asked for, they call it what, affirmative action to allow the rotation of directors. Nigeria didn't sleep, they worked and raised their membership. They are now over 8,000. And they came with the numbers and changed the rules. You see? Now we need to have that kind of pride, knowing that if we have been able to have the vice president here, the international director here, how should we show ourselves out there? Should we appear as the ones whose membership is dwindling? Should we appear as the ones whose donations to SCIF are dwindling? We need to challenge ourselves and take some pride in what we are doing. Okay. Now, this is another problem we want to talk about. And this is one of the reasons we are here, because I knew I would meet most of the zone chairpersons, region chairpersons, and club presidents. This one shows all the districts in my area and shows how clubs are participating. Do you realize that 411A has the lowest club participation? Do you see that? Let me tell you what I didn't tell you. You know, in statistics, they say the devil is in the details. You have done so well donating. But let me tell you one thing. We have only 80%. Okay, the percent will not make sense. We have less than 20 lions from 411A supporting LCIF. Yes, time is running out, but I have to finish that point. Because now time is running out when I'm touching everyone. We have only 13 people who have donated 80% of that money. We all have to own our organization by making sure each one of us has. There's an illustration I gave the president of the Governors Club that I would rather get $1,000 from 20 members than getting it from one. Why? Because if I give $1,000 today, I'll not donate again next year. I'll be tired. I'll be tired quickly. But the 20 people have donated 50 to raise 1,000. I like it to add another 50 next year and 50. So that's why I'm challenging all of us that let each one of us donate something. For a club to count in that graph, you only need $50. Seriously? We can't run through all clubs in Kenya and raise $50. We can do that. Yes, this one is coming. Let me skip all of this and see if there's anything important I've left out. Nothing. So my last point is that let's get everyone in at international, even if it is $1, it counts. I discussed with a few people I was with yesterday, but the region chair will help. We have a way we can send even $1 online without suffering going in the bank. Let each one of us donate at least $20 and we'll start tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Area E leader. Yeah. All right, so there's some tea in the next room. If you feel like you need it, please go take a cup of tea and come back. We will not stop the procedure. We will not stop the ceremony. Just take the tea and come back into the room.
That is in order. So we'll keep everything very short and we're not going to read reports. We'll be asking you, we have read your report, we'll be asking you a question on your report. So when you ask a question, please answer and be short. Because if I call everybody to read a report here, we'll be repeating what I'm already seeing in this book. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. I hope we've all gone through the minutes. I hope we've all gone through the minutes.
Yes, we have.
Page 3 to 13. Are we okay? Can we have a proposer and a seconder? Yes, sir. Oh, excellent. Region Chair Ankit has proposed.
Thank you, Region Chair.
Can we have a seconder? Any RC or ZC? Excellent. Lion Charles Masharia, thank you.
Thank you, Masharia.
Any matters arising? Any matters arising? All right, none at all. We can move on to the next agenda item. CT Amos Ndongo, welcome. You only have 60 seconds.
Thank you, Leon Maureen, and good afternoon, Lions and Leos. DG and our chief guest, please allow me to write on the already laid protocol by the Director of Ceremonies. And if you go to the booklet, you'll not find my report, but I'll take us through the numbers and allow me to refer to the budget that we got an approval. If I was to jog your minds, we remember that we had a slight shortfall and we agreed that I was to make that change, which I made. And unfortunately, that change has been affected by the developments. So you remember that we had a shortfall of 180,000 thereabout, and we were supposed to make good that difference. So we agreed that from the new members that we are going to gain, they will help us bridge that gap. But now from the reports from Lion Engineer Muthumbi and also the DG has mentioned, we are plus 170 minus 174, which means it's plus minus. So where does that leave us? So I think, of course, we've had a discussion on the membership. If we have a negative, it also has an impact on our budget. So that said, how have we fared? I think we've had a good first half, and the budget stood at 7 million. If you were to divide that, we're supposed to have an income of 3.5 and also expend around the same amount. So how did we fare? We were able to collect about 2.9 and expend 2.8. What does that mean? There could be activities that we will do in the next half. Then now on the income, there are those clubs that paid upfront, a few, and there are those who didn't pay. So I think my message, you said what we want in the coming half. I think the message from the city is the need for financial health, and this is only gained by paying dues on time. I know the invoicing is ongoing. There are some clubs that we've shared, and we'll continue sharing the same. In the coming week, we'll be able to finalize. So I think also we have agreed on how to improve the credit bit by making reminders. And I'm happy to know that we'll be able to do emails. I think we did chats in the first half. For this half, we'll do emails and polite reminders. So if you get that invoice, our ask and our prayer is that you'll be able to pay on time. So by and large, we are within the budget. We've been able to do the activities that are within the budget that was approved, and we have nothing extraordinary to request for a special approval. So allow me to be brief, and if there's any question, I'll be able to respond to that. Thank you, and back to you, Director of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Cabinet Treasurer. Last year, we had made a comment that when a new member joins in, we would be charging him, the club, on a pro rata basis. Now, is that in practice as of now?
The IPDG is on point, and that's what we are doing. So, for example, if you came in August, we'll be able to do 5/6 of the 12.5. And then for the second half, we'll be able to charge you the entire 12.5. So that bit is what is bridging the earlier deficit that we have. Yeah, so we are implementing that. But maybe to add onto that, we've done that and it's a plus, but the clubs that have dropped and the less membership, it dilutes the same. So it's a plus on one side, but also we are also exposed on the other side. Okay, thank you, IPDG. Any other question?
Thank you, CT.
Wait, clapping is free. When you give such a good report, you just clap. Thank you.
All right, Council of Governors Chairperson, PDG Joyce. Please, you do not have to come to the front. Yes. 60 seconds.
Good afternoon, all of you. Mine is very short. We met as a Council of Governors on the 13th of January this year, and my report is in the folder, but I want to confirm that we had a guest who spoke to us, our second Vice International President, and he briefed us on so many issues that I will not cover now because it is in the folder. He briefed us on the grants that we are getting, and he also asked us to support the governor in membership. We have all been told what is happening, but we are trying to come up with a solution. So he congratulated the governor for the work he is doing, and also the first and second vice governors. They also gave their reports, and the council promised to support the governor and the vice presidents and the vice governors. So I'll not go in details as we are short of time, but in the folder, my report is there. Thank you very much.
Oh, question.
Everybody's surprised, you know, the husband is asking a question when the wife is giving a report. You know, I also look after constitution and bylaws, and it's for me to make sure that everything is done in the right way. There is one issue that needs this approval, the cabinet's approval. The Council of Governors endorsed the name of Sufika Mamuji to vie for the position of Vice Council Chair. So the right procedure is that we need now that motion proposed here and seconded so that it can be endorsed by the cabinet. Governor, over to you.
Fellow Lions, I propose.
Wonderful.
It has to be a zone.
Zone and above. Excellent, excellent.
And Kit, you have second. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Spouse to Council of Governor. Constitution and Bylaws Chairperson, 60 seconds. Thank you.
Okay, 60 seconds, start counting. My report is there, but I just want to add something to what was reported by the council chair on the upcoming event. To add that to go to Hong Kong, you don't need a visa. So for people who want to go to Hong Kong, you just apply, get your ticket, you go there. But what is important is actually the international convention of the following year. We need to prepare. Our second vice will be becoming the international president. And this will be in Washington, in America. And Kenyans, you are lucky, you are not been affected by the visas, but you start working on it now. Right, now having done that, I also want to tell people that, or the members, that there will be Africa Conference or Africa Forum in Botswana next year, this year actually, in November. So you don't need a visa again to go to Botswana, you only need a ticket and you are there. It's going to be in November and I'm going to send a circular to that effect. On constitution and bylaws, we have had one meeting and we worked mainly on rules of audit that normally affects the governor, doesn't affect the members, and governors will be advised appropriately. And I also want to let you know that we are reprinting the revised constitutional bylaws because there are a lot of amendments that have already taken place and they need to be adhered to. And one of that is restricting members of the Board of Management. We don't want them to be there forever. The chairman should not be there forever. So we have carried those amendments and they are in the new constitution. With that, Governor, I submit.
Thank you.
Thank you. Consider the report adopted? Yes. All right. The hospital chair report is also in the folder, but he's not here. All right, we move on next to the GLT coordinator, PCC Anshubi.
Do we adopt?
PCC? Yes, we adopt. Sorry, there's a question.
There's just one thing that has been of very high concern is the unprecedented cancellations of camps that have been scheduled, advertised. Can this hospital team, the management board, look into it very depthly because it is creating very bad publicity for us as Lions. We're here to do brand imaging. We're out here to, get more members. But when such a thing happens, it is what is affecting our membership. So I personally feel, even Nakuru, we have had that in the past. So please, Governor, please ask the hospital management board to look into it and stop these unprecedented or without prior last minute cancellation of camps, because we have done, as clubs, we have done logistics. We have spent money to do the advertising and everything. And then suddenly, so I think I've spoken on behalf of a lot of the Lions clubs here that this should stop.
Thank you. It's a very big concern. But the good thing, in today's second cabinet meeting, we have a board member there, seated there. Bonyo is there. Dr. Karanja is there. Moes Manji is here. They have heard you. And I'm also a board member in my own right, so I need a clap for that because of my own right. On Monday, we'll be having a board meeting. It's not just about the camps. So many other things need to be addressed in that hospital. It doesn't mean that when you cancel the camps is a time the hospital will be saving money. That is something I've never heard. The hospital is using money in other things. There is no way as Lions of District 411A, we will be, and I want to repeat, we will be told by one person in the hospital that the camps are not going to go on. If they don't listen to us, we will call you as Lions of this district. We will go to that hospital and we are going to inject those people outside. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. My report is in the folder, and never mind the typesetting and all that. We are trying, we are born before the computers. Let me comment on what our FDI, or GLT, Puvi has said about the hospital cancellation. As the cabinet, you have heard from our lead trainer, our past council chair, Dance Natulinda, what we all know. Why are we not having membership growth in District 411A? I talked about our projects, and Lions Site First Eye Hospital is our largest project. I am repeating, our Lions project, 411A, it is your project. You actually decide what goes on there. And then you keep on wondering, why are we losing members? Did you hear from our past council chair? Invite members as you are serving. Let them know that is their project. If you have, and one time I sat in that board, we are supposed to pick from a radius of 200 kilometers from Nairobi. You cannot have an individual council. It means all of you here as a cabinet are not observing. I told you, engage, know what is happening. I meant exactly that. Start from Turkana, Mombasa, wherever, Site First. Get involved. Even what is happening in our clubs, the alliance projects. That way, we shall grow our membership. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the report is adopted. PDG Ramji had something to say. His hand was up. It's okay. All right. Thank you. GMT coordinator, PDG Vasaka. Okay. I will request to take away your paper so that you summarize for us. 60 seconds.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. I think I will not wind up in 60 seconds. I'll need extra time for that. And because it's a very sensitive issue which we are working on, regrettably that what I had projected and what we had done as a district, we could not achieve in the first half of the year. But now, way forward, I will not go around with the figures which we have dropped and which we have achieved. But the only thing I'm going to say is that because of closing of 2 clubs, we dropped 42 members, and the other clubs lost 130 members. This, in the mid-year, it is extremely difficult for the district governor to recover from it. So anyway, all is not lost. We have all committed ourselves. The district governor held a very elaborate meeting with the region and the zone chairpersons. Each one of us, we were given a task. The way forward will be, I'll be on each region chair, each zone chairperson, I'll be calling them personally so that we achieve what we have lost. The other thing I want to highlight is that the way forward, we have been saying that we lead by example. And each past governor will give me 1 member. And I'll personally call each one of you. Each past governor will give me 1 member. Just 1, I'm not asking too many, I'm asking 1 only. So the main thing is the retention. retention is very, very important. And you have seen what has happened because of retention. Otherwise, today we would be talking of positive figures. Anyway, I have in the folders, I have put up a few points of retention, and I will not repeat them here. I've already circulated on all the groups which we have. Please go through them and see what we can do with retention. Retention is everybody's job. It's not the governor's job. It's not the president's job. It's not the GMT's job. It is everyone's job. Look at your neighbor. If you see that the neighbor is not getting involved in some projects, involve them. A busy lion will never leave you. So make sure that lions are busy doing something. So with that, District Governor, I'm happy that our neighboring country, Somalia, which is not designated, they have managed to form one club in Mogadishu with 21 members. And they have formed a new branch club in Hargeisa, Somaliland with 5 members. They are working on one more club. And the good news is that they are also trying to work on an LCIF project. So this is from Somalia. So that is my report. Governor, if you have any further questions.
It is not a question. And thank you so much for a wonderful report. It's not a question, but I would like to also to put a challenge on you that we are only having a target of 4 months. I would want us in every month, we have a meeting with our regional chairs and our zone chairs, a Zoom meeting, which CS will be able to support us with the link, because we need to know in every month, have we added or we are still losing? So it's a challenge I want to give you that prepare those meetings every month and the dates and share with the zone chairs and the region chairs for us to know what is happening in our district. So thank you for the report, and it has been adopted. Thank you.
One more thing I wanted to request the zone and region chairpersons. Each month you get a club health report. Please look into that. See what's happening in the clubs in your zones and regions. That will guide you a lot. So with that help, you will know how to assist the club. So please get involved. Thank you. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. The GST coordinator report by, there's a question.
Oh, sorry, Governor, in my excitement to comment about our getting involved, I forgot to mention that in our training that has happened, I wanted to thank Lions of Eldoret and Van Diepe is here. They conducted a regional training supported by our second vice district governor. Pape was there, Damaprit, and Were was there also. Congratulations, that was good. We are working together as a team. And also, Puvi has done a bit of training here. I am urging all of you to do orientation in your respective regions and clubs so that at least we create awareness in the Lions that seem not to know exactly where we are heading to. Last is I would like to appeal to all of you. You notice we are having webinars learning because as we serve, we also want to understand what is going on around in our communities. Also, we want to be better informed Lions. That is why we are inviting, like last night we had this Data Protection Act, somebody talking about that. That is away from the normal training, presidents, secretaries, and treasurers, and zone and region. So if you have your friends who can also help us to train us about understanding us and therefore humanity and the communities that we serve so that we serve them better, just reach out to any one of us. I, Lion Puvi, Lion Shuda, Lion Were there, and who have I forgotten? Yeah, we are 5 of us, or even the governor. Give us those ideas. We look at them, we discuss, and then we broadcast to all the Lions. Thank you, Governor.
Can I add something to what Anne said? I think through Lion Anne, we had circulated a form for members to fill in what kind of trainings you want. But it was very disappointing that the presidents were not sharing that information to their members, or it was I think out of so many members, we only got about 38 replies, which just shows, are we really committed to being Lions and improving ourselves as well? So I think we can share that Google form again, just so that we can start planning. It will even help the first vice governor to start planning what kind of trainings should we have for our Lions.
Exactly. Please clap for her. It's a good point. And please, please, please don't allow yourselves to feel demotivated because of the way I look at you, or maybe I want to not consider you. Do not allow ourselves to be demotivated. You have only ourselves to hype ourselves up and our interest into Lionism. Did I say something right? Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on. The GST coordinator is not here. The GET coordinator is also not present. Their reports are on pages 41 and 28. They are adopted. We move forward. The LCIF coordinator, PDG Ramji.
Thank you. As an LCF coordinator, I've given my brief report, but what I'm happy to thank our chief guest today. I'd asked him to prepare. For last so many years, we have never presented any LCF on the model. So I'm very grateful. Now the challenge of $63,000. About 12 years ago, our district, 411 at that time, and then MCC 411 entirely, we were the top contributors in Africa. Today, we have seen the chart. We are the lowest in this. My honest request, and first of all, I will take Lions Club of Nakuru. They gave me one Melvin Jones Fellow by raising not funds, but by way of a lottery to the members. They paid $50 or $20 or $10, and they made one MJF by way of. This is an example for the incoming district governors that what we can do. Secondly, as our chief guest has told us, we are the lowest. Our club participant is in my folio, is completely lowest. My request, particularly to the presidents, region chairman, and zone chairman, can every club can distribute $50 from their funds? Am I right? $50 only. So our club will be represented by 100% club participants. I want your views or what we should do. There are 63 clubs. Our target is 63,000. If every club can raise one Melvin Jones Fellow, we are through. And we will be the highest district, multiple district 411. We might go to the top of Africa. So Uganda has done so well. I was surprised. Tanzania, we were having our coordinators training by the LCF personality. And in the evening, we had a banquet. One guy was given a challenge to raise the MJF, and within 15 or 20 minutes, they raised 23 Melvin Jones Fellow. And to date, they have paid fully, and they are above District 411A. My honest request, I don't want to go and repeat, I don't want to say anything. Please, all the clubs, can you discuss in your board of management? We can have first full-fledged District 411A as the club contributor. This duty goes to the first vice district governor, second vice district governor, and immediate past district. My bosses are sitting here. Once again, thank you. And in the evening, our chief guest will be calling members to come forward to join us for the Melvin Jones. In the last 6 days, I got 6 Melvin Jones Fellow every day. From 19, we have gone to 25 today. And what the governor said today, in the evening, I want another 8 to 10 Melvin Jones, and we can overtake by 60 to 70%. I don't have to go and beg everybody. There are corporates. I don't want to say anything. 2 corporates had pledged to me $5,000 each, but due to the economic program, we failed it to receive. Again, my request, earnest request, all the clubs, please participate. And to the gentleman sitting here from Ethiopia, maybe our future leader, Ethiopia is 0 for last year. I think it's only very few MJF. There are so many corporates in Ethiopia. There are so many members loaded with what we call dollars. Please put up an effort and do something. Seychelles even is 0% to date. My governor, my request, when you go to Seychelles, come with 6 Melvin Jones. You can get it from them and you can. Thank you very much for listening to me. And I hope to go forward as said that the district, multiple district 411 this year should go onto the top level. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, thank you. His report is adopted. So Leo District President Rogers Otieno, please stand. Just one question for you. Are Lion members supporting your clubs as Leos? That is your report.
Standing on the already established protocol, good afternoon. So to answer your questions, yes, I've had consultative meetings with presidents of the various Leo clubs. And to answer that question, some Lion clubs are indeed supporting the Leo clubs, but to others, they're actually not supporting the Leo clubs. Since I'm here with the leaders, I'd like to urge them to support the Leo clubs, including the Leo advisors as well, because I've received various comments that some of the Leo clubs, they don't have the Leo advisors. The Leo advisors are there, but they're not doing their job accurately. So that is what I'd like to urge the Lions clubs to do. Before I sit down, let me just emphasize on one thing in my report. My report is on page 34, if you can go through it. And we do have 29 clubs, that is Alpha and Omegas in total. And you can go through it and see everything that we have done for the first Lionistic year, for the first half. But let me just reiterate on one thing that is not here. It's about the Leo Club dues that was approved during our first cabinet meeting at Lions Hospital in Loresho. So we did approve that at least the Leo clubs to be sending shilling 5,000 to the Leo cabinet to assist in running the operations of the Leo cabinet. Some of the Leo clubs have done that, but very few of them. Majority of them haven't done, and we'll appreciate if that can be done. Thank you. Sorry?
Take that responsibility to ensure that those districts or whatever is paid the
Yes, we have done that, and we'll still redo that one. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Maybe one question for you is that we are having all those clubs and so many Leos. My question to you is that as Leos, when are you supposed to migrate to be a Leo Lion? Because most of you Leos have refused to migrate to be a Leo Lion. You want to stay there forever. My time frame for you is in 3 months. We need more Leos to be Leo Lions. Thank you.
That is well noted. Thank you.
All right. Yes, PDG.
Okay, thank you for your report. You said how many clubs have you got registered? 29. As per the portal, there are only 17 clubs, 9 Alpha and 8 Omega. That's the portal on 15th of January. Because that's what I found on the portal on the 15th.
Maybe there's a confusion somewhere because this one I generated it almost the last time, almost the last day to the reports when they were needed. And it read actually 29 Leo club, that is 9 Alpha and 20 Omega. We added 2 new Omega clubs this Lionistic year. That is Kakuma and Nova.
So I'll have to see through why they're only showing 17. I'll have to work with you then.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yes, his report is adopted. Region chairpersons and zone chairpersons, please remain where you are. Region chairperson, as an example, James Maina. Please be standing. Please be upstanding. Good evening. Good afternoon. So he's from Region C. How many clubs?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, good
Lions
afternoon.
and Leos. I am James Minor, Region C chairperson, and in charge of 11 clubs between Zone 5 and Zone 6. And I think my zone chair here, Carol. Mine is very brief. The report is available in the folder. And I have, we had a meeting on Tuesday afternoon, evening with the governor and the other region chairs. We certainly had a discussion about how we need to address the drop membership. We had a club that was down, but it was reinstated just before the end of the year, which was very good, and congratulations to Roy Pania. Also, we have the Leo Alliance, and that comment that has been made by the governor about Leos staying in Leo Club. You need to join the MKU Leos who are 6 so that we can get them up to 10 at least. So I think that's a good comment, Governor, and I appreciate it. The other clubs that we haven't quite engaged, I have spoken to all the presidents of the 11 clubs, and we have a plan of how we are going to improve on membership activities and reporting on the Lions portal. Thank you very much, Lion Bella, about the training that you conducted last Saturday. And that was very useful for the presidents and those who attended. Thank you very much.
Thank you. His report is adopted. Just turn back. Region B, chairperson is behind you.
Before we give Region B, I would like to ask, thank you, Region Chair. You don't know we come from the same club with that young man, but we have talked about targets. Yes. And I've given your clubs. You have not given us the time frame of when you would want us now to revisit this when the targets are already done. Thank you.
Well, I think we have concluded here that on a monthly basis now we are going to be reviewing what our performance is so far. So I think that's what I'll adopt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, there's a question from First Lady.
Yeah, just before you adopt the report, we'd like to know among the clubs that were reported that Dr. Moez was going to recover. From your report, you say that you have lost a whole club in Narok, Pioneer, 22 members. What have you done about it, and what is the position currently? Thank you.
Narok is in another zone, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, Narok is in.
It's in Region E.
Region E.
Yeah. Perhaps, yeah. Region E, you can answer when we get to Region E, please. Okay, all right. Yes. Region Chairperson Bella, good afternoon, good evening.
Good afternoon,
yes.
Good evening.
Thank you, thank you. We have read your reports. And thank you so much for the training that you did last week. Just have a question for you. what is the response of your team, that is the zone chairpersons and the club presidents? Are they supportive? And what more can they do to support you as region chairperson?
Thank you, CS Maureen. I think I have 9 clubs in Region B, and I have great support from all the clubs, except probably one or two, which I have been trying to talk to. And my zone complained to me a couple of times that this club, they are not able to contact with. So I tried to call them, and I got to talk to them luckily. And I talked to the club secretary, and I tried to explain to her that the way she's reporting was not correct. And she could not come for the training that I had last week. So I'm going to talk to her personally, or I'm going to refer her to you, CS Maureen, to get the correct way to report her activities, because they are doing activities, but she's not reporting it correctly. So that I'm talking with her about it. And I have both my zone chairpersons, and they are very, very active with me. They are constantly in touch with me. I have my zone 4 here, Lion Susan, and we all know, Susan, may I ask you to please stand up? She's doing superbly well. We both are just struggling with some of the clubs in her zone with low membership, and we are trying to find ways to increase the membership, because a couple of clubs are even under 10 in her zone. So even at the Zoom meeting, when I was talking to Governor, even he said that we have to talk to zone 4 clubs a little bit more and try and bring them to over at least 10 members. Other than that, I'm very happy with all my 9 clubs.
Thank you so much, Region Chairperson. Your report is adopted if there's no question.
Maybe I have one question for Regional Chair. Thank you so much. And I'm happy that you are here with your zone chair. And this is something that we have discussed. But we are only having very few months remaining. And you have about 4 clubs that are under 10 members. Right. What is your commitment? As in months, days, what is your commitment?
I talk to my zone very regularly, and I want to invite all presidents of this zone at least to have a meeting and talk. And I think one of the clubs in her zone has promised me 1 new member coming, Lionel Page, right, Susan? He's getting at least 1 member next week. So that is one good thing I have heard. But I'm still going to have them over whenever they can get a chance. I want to meet with them, if not weekly, at least once in 2 weeks, to see what we can do to bring in more members.
Thank you. But I also would request you that as region chairs and zone chairs, let's do those meetings, arrange the meetings, even if it's on Zoom, and also send me the link. Let us talk in our regions and the presidents that you are representing. It's going to help, and don't get tired. We know Lionsim, we have to do surveys, but still, we have Mission 1.5. Thank you so much for the report, and you are a very hardworking regional chair. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Leon Bella. Region A, chairperson. Is there a question? Oh, all right.
Good afternoon, all protocols observed. I just want to add on to what the region chair said concerning our region. We were having a lot of problems with some of the clubs, especially the ones with low membership. But we decided that instead of calling them as a group, we meet them one-on-one, and were able to get onto the clubs one-on-one. And in this quarter 3, we have clubs who have promised us that they're going. Actually, the problem is that they have the members, but they were not adding them onto the portal. That's why we had the training on the portal. So I think in the next maybe couple of weeks or days, you're going to see new members coming in the new clubs. Another thing, number two, another strategy that we have adopted for Zone 4 is that we have almost 100 LEO members. And 100 LEO members, assuming that each LEO member has got 2 parents. So we are asking them to bring us at least one of their parents. So in that way, we are going to have those members coming into the Lions clubs. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Zone Chair. Region A Chairperson, Lion Rosemary Maina. Good evening, good afternoon. So, 2 questions for you.
All right.
Yes, you say in your report, in one way that we can support you, sensitization of members to understand their leadership roles. Does that mean clubs in your region, some of them may not understand their leaders and their leadership roles? Yes, and number 2, again, membership. What shall you do?
Thank you. Standing on the already established protocols, good evening. Region A with 9 clubs. No, sorry. There were 9 clubs until December. So there are 8 clubs. We are one of those regions that lost a club, very sadly. So what I meant with that actionable support is that a lot of leaders struggle. And I have seen clubs struggling to get treasurers, to get secretaries, to get chairpersons or presidents. And so in this particular zone, as you're already aware, this particular region, there are 8 clubs, but I do not have a single zone chair. Zone 1 and Zone 2, there are no zone chairpersons. So it's a difficult job to handle that. So if members understood leadership roles, it wouldn't be difficult for them to volunteer to become zone chairs, so that together we can work and strengthen our club and therefore strengthen our district. While I still have the mic, I have looked at our association, international association, and I have seen the values. And good people, my appeal. I have seen several values, but I am impressed by 3 of them: collaboration, diversity, and integrity. So if we could collaborate, it becomes much, much easier for us to do this because we are all volunteers. Number 2 is that issue of integrity, and I'm glad you asked me about membership. If we could do that which we need to do for posterity, so that we bring in members for posterity. Nothing to do with what I gain as a region chair, but we do this because our region, our district, and our association requires members. And I am encouraged by what Harry Truman said many years ago, that it is amazing how much we can accomplish if we don't care who gets the credit. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, Region Chairperson. First of all, I've seen your report is in page 35, which has been really well done. So I'd like to say thank you for a very comprehensive report and even recommending. It's true that you don't have the 2 zone chair, but they were appointed by the district governor. But I understand one of the zone chair has left the club and has even left Lions. So I would also, let me give you that task, because I know you have members who are your friends. Get me a zone chair. Then from there, I will just appoint through a letter so that you can have somebody you can work with. Because you are a great lady and you're a strong lady. It is true that most of the people that are appointed, we don't appoint them because they were not able to work. We normally look at what they were doing before. So get me somebody, even if it's from your club. And I can see the two leaders are here, the two great leaders are here. Get me somebody from your club and we appoint to be a zone chair. Last but not least, yes, we lost a club in your region. And that region is being, I want you to work very closely with the immediate past district governor. Because we lost a club and in the other club, we lost 15 members. It is now your duty and the first governor who is here, work together with him. Then I would want you to work with another club called Girgir. It's called what? Girgir. That is Zulfika's club. Gigiri, sorry. Gigiri, I've come from Muranga, so the tongue can say anything. And time is running out. That club has been having 12 members since I knew it. Talk to him and let us try and add members. Thank you so much. We have only 4 months. Let us work very fast and let us work together. But thank you so much for a wonderful, wonderful report. Asante.
Thank you. Region D Chairperson, Charles Macharia, good evening. We need it for the recording. Yes. What is one highlight of your year so far?
So far, so good. And I just want to thank the district governor. I think this year he has been so much in Region D, Nanyuki, he has been there, Maua, and also the clubs around Kirinyaga, Nyeri, and Embu. Another great highlight is just to talk about the joint activities that we have had so far. And I want to thank Nairobi Karen and Riverside for joining us during the Christmas activities where we visited the less privileged at the Little Angels and also St. Mary's Home for the Aged, at Nairobi Host for also joining us in handing over the LCIF project at Dr. Babla School in Kirinyaga. Okay. CS.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your response. When is Kirinyaga, Kerugoya Greater becoming a full club?
That's a very good question. And we have been having a lengthy discussion with the president. And I want to apologize because we have a very strong will, but membership is not yielding. And I want to urge each and every one of us here, because we are Lions, we don't actually give up. We must keep on consistently looking for members. And I want to thank Lion Area E Leader, Engineer Dance Naturida, because one of the strategies that we have already put in place, although we had not come for the training, you have already trained the entire forum here, that we need to create visibility through service, And that is one of the strategies that we are going to embark on. Already where we are, we have like 8 members. And I believe before long, because we now have the strategies, we shall see it becoming a full-fledged club.
Thank you so much. Any question for him?
Thank you, Leon Macharia. You know, when we met, we both had hair, but now you can still look at me and look at you. Our hair is gone. We are getting old. I just have a comment for you. Have you met the club that is called Mount Kenya Solio?
Mount Kenya? Solio. Not yet.
Solio is in your region. It was formed, but I've also not met them. I would like you to look for the leadership and do a small orientation there, because we have tried to visit them and they keep on changing the dates.
Sure.
So I would give you that. I know you're able to look for them. Then I have a concern with the Lions Club of Maua.
Lions Club of?
Maua.
Maua, yes.
Lions Club of Maua is not adding members. Please talk to the leadership of that club so that we can be able to get more members. Maua is very fertile and we can get more members.
We are in constant talk with the zone chair, Lion Nyingi. He is also a hairless man like us today. At times he asks me not to give him a lot of pressure, but I'm very happy because the brother is here. They have a common dialect and he is also really helping me in pushing the agenda. At times we don't walk alone, and I have a very strong team that also supports what I'm doing. So we'll soon also be there and give a feedback.
Thank you, Lord Macharia. It's always great working with you. And I'm really privileged for you being a regional chair and who supports me. But today you had to sit all of you together. You could have let them sit with other lions so that they can know what other lions are doing. You came in one vehicle, you sit together, and you live in one vehicle. What would they have learned? Thank you, Macharia. Let's clap for Macharia for that.
Thank you. Just before I sit, allow me in this forum, because I may not have any other time, to actually confirm that Naivasha Club is soon coming through Kagio Central. And number two, on 22nd April 2026, I want to urge each and every member in this district, at Lion Engineer Danes, Naturida, you are invited in this. You come for our mega environment activity at Diva Dam. I'm also asking each and every member in this room at the entire district to contribute bamboo seedlings. It will be a mega activity. Kindly let us participate in preserving our biodiversity. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Macharia.
Thank you. His report is adopted. Region E, the First Lady's question.
Yes. Actually, I was surprised to see Narok Pioneer being dropped. So when I spoke to Lion Martin about it, and he informed me that they had some issues with the subscription. Now, I would request Lion Martin to explain that in detail because he was in touch with them. I did try to talk to them, but to no avail. So, Lion Martin, if you can just explain that part, and then we will see what we can do about it.
Who is Lion Martin? He is the what?
Zono Chair. Good evening. All protocol observed. My name is Martin Maina from Narok Masai Mara. Yes, we have talked to Narok Pioneer. I didn't meet the president, but I got the coordinator whose name is Abdul. We talk at length, but he assured me because the other member has dropped dramatically. He said they are willing to continue with them 7 members so that they can do another registration and pay their dues. Maybe in the coming September on financial year. That's what we talk at length, but they are no longer need those other members. But we talk at length and discuss about how can they bring together those members. So maybe I want to be given a time more so that in this remaining 5 months, we can arrange and see what we can do for the other members to continue and get their dues paid. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, okay, thank you so much, Lion Martin. Zone chairperson, Lion Martin, thank you so much. So, as we discussed in our meeting as well, DG, we will speak to Lion Moise, our immediate vice president, immediate past president, district governor, apologies, I'm shy. Anyway, so we will have a word with him. and we'll chart a plan on how to revive that club. Maybe we can start with adding those 7 members who are interested. Maybe you can start with having them as a branch club of Narok Masai Mara, and then we'll see the way forward. And also, another issue we have in my region is Nevasha, but thank you, DG, for that information you just gave me. So let's talk to the prospective member, I mean, from Kagyo Central, right? And we will sit and we will chart out a plan. Also, yes, we can start the second club there, but we will have to see how to talk to the existing club. We've been trying to talk to them, but to no avail. I even speak to Lion Sarab, who is our zone. I spoke to him and he said the same thing. We were trying to talk to them, but there's no response from them. Every time we said something, but nothing. So yeah, thank you.
All right.
Maybe I can help you with that. When we talk about the club of Naivasha, the president is the best friend of past district governor Joyce Ndegwa. So work very closely with past district governor Joyce Ndegwa, and she's going to help you with the club of Naivasha. I can remember when they had not paid their dues, I sent past district governor Joyce Ndegwa. So do not leave here without sitting with her and getting her number so that you can plan about Naivasha. Secondly, the lady from Naivasha is here. Get her contacts. This is your region chairperson. Get her contacts so that we can plan for a club in Naivasha so that we can move on. I have another concern about Lions Club of Nyahururu, which has 8 members, and that club is not doing very well. If you need any help, and I'm telling you, the president there, the person who, the backbone of that club is a best friend of PCC, Samson Dewa. I would request our leaders who are here, let us help this young man. He's doing a very good job, but you see when you're talking to some of those leaders, and you know them very well, it's Gatune and Kalitu. You know, those names are quite difficult. Last but not least, I have the president here of Lions Club of Nakuru Menengai. There have been 16 members since memorial. So imagine you, please let them get to the number of 20.
Just to update you, when you were here on a visit, we did speak to them about membership. And I had charted one idea to organize something fun, because yes, service is there, but if it's boring, then I think at one point people will lose interest. There needs to be some fun as well. So they did have a fun event, and I'm hoping and praying as well that they do get some more membership out of that event. Thank you.
Thank you, Region Chair. Even what we are doing today, he has arranged this. You are a great lion, and I'm looking at this great club of Nakuru that you will be the next governor in some time to come. So thank you so much. You're doing a good job.
Thank you so much.
It's always a pleasure. Because when I call you, you always pick my phone, and if you don't pick, you always call back. Thank you so much.
Thank you, DG.
Thank you, wonderful. Region G report is also in the folders, shall be adopted. Region H. Which is Seychelles, has been adopted. And now we go to Region I. Dr. Teshome, how was Christmas? Okay.
Thank you.
Wonderful. I have a question.
Okay.
Do the older lions support the younger lions / the newer lions in your region? What is that interaction like, the dynamic?
Yes, I think not all, some of them are really providing some support, but it's not as much as we need. And most of the senior lions are not really available. They are occupied by several other things. So that's our problem actually.
Mhm. Those are the senior ones.
The senior ones.
You mean in age?
It's senior ones in age.
Yeah.
Some of them have dropped out even
Okay.
recently. So at least we have lost 11 members from the host club
Uh-huh.
only.
Mm.
And most of these guys were senior members of the club. So, and in some of the other clubs also, they are traveling out of the country and they are not available. So we have that kind of problem. Some, for example, 2 presidents were not around for the last 2 months in the country. So
Mhm.
communication has been difficult. Yeah.
All right. My second question for you. You write in your report that there is a club that is not interested in cooperating
Yes,
in your area. Uh-huh.
that's called Trailblazers Club, which
Okay.
was established last year. And the way that club was established is slightly different. It was initiated through the district here, and somebody sponsored it from Canada. So it has a unique way of establishment.
Operating.
So because of that, they are not really cooperating to work with the rest. They consider themselves slightly, different. So we are trying to solve that, but that's still a problem.
How can we support as a district, as the office?
Well, I think it's Lion Dr. Muez, the past district governor, who was very much behind that effort. So he is trying to resolve that problem by talking to the sponsor that is in Canada. So I'm hoping perhaps in the coming few weeks it may get solved. So if PDG Muez has any comment, I think he can say something.
Thank you, Dr. Teshome. Yes, the Addis Ababa Trailblazers was actually sponsored by a lady who resides in Calgary, Canada. So she is actually the sponsor of that club, because what we have discovered is that the local membership within Addis Ababa, a lot of them have got financial, I wouldn't say shortage, but restraint, that can't seem to be able to pay the membership. So that club is being sponsored by an affluent lady in Canada. In fact, that can actually be an example how we can increase the clubs in Ethiopia by having people who are in the diaspora in Canada, in USA, to sponsor clubs, because what you more need is people on the ground to do the activities. So that's another avenue which is an option we should think about. Thank you.
Thank you. And District Governor Simon was also in Addis for a visit. He tried his best also to reach out to the president, to invite them to come and have some discussion, but they didn't show up.
All right. Thank you.
Anyway, I have reported, I was also in touch with the sponsor, the lady in Canada, as Dr. Moy said, and she also has tried to reach out to them, and we are hoping they may be coming back to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Region Chairperson.
Maybe you have a seat. If I call you incoming, is it right? Incoming second vice?
I can't claim that before April.
Thank you so much. I can see your dedication. Even coming all the way from Ethiopia to come for a second cabinet meeting, you are a dedicated Lion. But remember that Lions, yes, was started by other Lions who are in Ethiopia. But your dedication now, we are looking at you as our leader in District 411A in Ethiopia. Don't give up. Don't give up. But remember now, the others have quite now, they're not very interested. But you bring back the fire of lions in Ethiopia. Ethiopia, your population is more than Kenya. Ethiopia is not doing very badly. Let us try and create other 2 clubs that have like-minded people like me and you. Thank you so much, because already you have given us a club. That's the big vision. And I know there's another club you are working on. I know we can do it. Be the eyes of the district. Trailblazers, you have Moes, and he's going to call the lady. But remember, in Ethiopia, we don't have a Leo club. I want you, when you go back there, work with Rogers, let's also get a Leo club in Ethiopia. We might see changes when we involve the young in our organization. Thirdly, is that you have a club that is called Addis Ababa Central or Greater?
Greater.
Addis Ababa Greater. It has 15 members. And I sat with them when I visited the clubs. Talk to the president. We need that club at least to grow another 5 members. There is a lady who is in Ethiopia, but has visited Kenya, and I would want you to meet her tomorrow. We see what we can do. She'll be coming back on the 31st, and she's interested in lions in Ethiopia. So let's work together. I see your dedication, and you are a great man. And I wish you luck in the journey that you want. Second vice, incoming. Asante sana. Thank you. Let's
Thank
clap
you.
for-
Thank you very much.
for my friend.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you, Lion Boring. There's small update I wanted to give. There's one young man here. Vansh, he's helping us with photography here. He's a former Leo of our Leo Club of Nakuru. And he came to us and he asked us, can we open another Leo Club? Because our Leos are institution based. So he wanted a Leo Club which is not bound by any institution. So we had a word with him. He started talking to a lot of youngsters, and he's talking to a lot of them, and hopefully we will have another Leo Club. That's the update. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Let's not forget that we still have another Lions Club that is being sponsored by your club.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So over to the conveners. Convener for Environment, Miss Wanjiro Kirero. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Question, please. You seem to have gotten the partnerships and collaborations with the community down to a T. Is that a difficult affair for a convener?
Good evening, all protocols. I'd say that as you're going about activities, as you're meeting lions, you come across a lot of people, as I think our chief guest said, who are also serving. They're not necessarily lions. So if you find a CBO, community-based organization, another group that is like-minded and that has got outreach, always engage them, talk to them, find out what they are doing, and then you'll be able to find people to collaborate with. So I'd encourage, and I think other conveners are doing the same, always keep your eye open for someone who is doing what you're doing, someone maybe who has resources. Maybe, for example, if I can say Mathare Youth is one of the clubs, the societies we collaborated with. We were just sitting in the DG's office, that was DG Moyes, and I happened to meet a lion from, is it Norway? Yes, from Norway. And he was paying us a courtesy call. on the way to see a child he's sponsoring in Kisumu. And then he's the one who told us, oh, by the way, do you know the Norway Lions have been supporting Mathare youth for the last 30 years. And we were surprised because they just come to Kenya, go to Mathare, sponsor the boys, give them clubs, give them kits. They fly them to Norway for tournaments, and then they go back. But they've never been to Loresho. So I immediately knew this is a gap, as we say, as the Kenyans. So I stuck to him. When DG was taking him for dinner, I made sure I was in that dinner and talked to him, introduced me to the guys who are your Norway people who are in charge of Mathare youth. And then the rest is history. When we were raising money, he gave us the highest contribution from his club, which was Kenya shillings 30,000 for that tournament, the environment activity. So that is just one example of opportunities that you should always keep your eyes peeled, and not just as a convener, even as a lion. Yeah, we meet so many people in our day-to-day lives, never shy, because you're asking for them to help you serve. It's not for your pocket, so you never should feel embarrassed.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Can I say one more thing?
10
are you done
seconds.
with me?
10
yes,
seconds.
I just need to talk about the Lions International Environment Week, which is an international event from the office of AP Singh, our international director, our international president, and it is from April 18th to 26th of 2026. So we encourage all clubs in 411A to please find activities to do within that week. And I'm glad that Lion Macharia has talked about Thiba Dam, which falls within that week. So that's an opportunity for us to have a district event to commemorate International Environment Week. You just didn't tell us how much are bamboo seedlings and how many seedlings you need, and then we can take it from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Convener for Vision.
Maybe before you sit down, there is a gentleman seated on your table with a very beautiful hat. Or is it a great hat or a small hat? That gentleman is the president of Homa Bay, and they need trees. So she's the right person.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You don't know, you talk out of
That's why he sat on this table. He used my strategy. He saw me and came and told me, I'm not leaving you today. Thank you.
Please don't leave her. Take her to Homa Bay. Let's clap for Ajiro Kerero. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Ms. Wanjiru, yes or no? Yes or no? Is the Equity Foundation collaboration? Yeah. Are they still on?
Equity has done their 50 million trees.
Okay.
So they now have a different strategy, which we shall discuss partnerships with Equity, with Greenpeace and all other partners. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Convener Moses Shodha.
Thank you. I would just say that already the protocols are fully established. I go straight to my report is the last one. Maybe I was the last person to present, but I'm happy it's already with the list. Now, something has been mentioned by Puvi, and that was in line with what I would wish to discuss today. And when they started, I don't call it counseling or the scheduling activities, I was so much affected because almost everybody was calling me to ask me why. Then I had to call the office. I called Doiga. Doiga behaved in a manner like to suggest like he was not aware. I called Luciana. She told me Doiga is also aware, but I was never given a reason to why they are canceling, because the reason was God was fake, that we are spending a lot of money. I don't want to be bring this into politics because I'm a politician. But I was wondering whether they are being cancelled in Mount Kenya region. Because I followed, yes, because I followed when Kagio was cancelled, the same day there was an activity in Muji wa Huruma in Nairobi. So I wondered why it was not cancelled. But that is aside. That was last year, maybe there are changes to come. But this is very, very unfortunate. I thought it has changed because we have a new year. But the day before yesterday, there was cancelled Katondo, which is supposed to be monthly. There were so many old people, they know Katondo is a center that they travel from very long, from Muranga even. They come to Katondo. Then they were told at 11 o'clock, then when they were told they have been cancelled. Imagine those old wazes and women coming all that far some were coming for Alifaro, and they are told it's cancelled. What do you expect? What are they telling others when they go home? That the alliance that comes, or the international, what do you call the site hospital is dead, and the doors are not closed yet. So we are saying those people who are there because they have the board members, they need to assist us on this because I don't want to fight, cannot get to that level. But since you are there and you are here, please let us know what is happening. Kama ni pesa hakuna tuambiwe tufanye harambe, but I'm telling you, it's very shameful. It is tarnishing our name and it's all over and it's not being good. But for the last 1 year, or maybe 6 months, we have done 650 camps. It is in the folder, you can see. This we had done something up to November. But end of November and December, and now January, we are stuck. So can something be done? Thank you.
Thank you, convener. I believe the district governor and board members shall follow up on that. The report is adopted. Marketing convener, Lion Emma. Yes, there's a question.
I just had a sort of question, DG. I was wondering, is it possible for the hospital iCamp to be scheduled in terms of, we've got 47 counties. Can we just do an annual schedule and pick schools, for example, e.g., and also perhaps pick communities like the way what had been is a norm for a community. And then we have an annual schedule, which is agreed perhaps in advance and used to the end of the year. I think that would be much better, because I also had such a, not a very good experience when I was trying to do 9,000 children in Kibera. And it's almost like it's a favor. It's not like something we are doing to help. So it's such a big challenge. So my ask is, can we do a schedule? That's one. Two, one of the benefits that we have is this privilege card. I don't know, but I don't think that we have understood that thing is the greatest thing I think that we have. For me, who's had a parent who has enjoyed from the Lions Eye Hospital, that privilege card is a significant benefit for Lions. But the problem is, I've gone to Lions myself and asked a question. This privilege card, when do we start using it? The people in Lions don't seem to know about it. From my experience, I don't know if it has changed. They don't know about it. And that's already a problem, because for me, I've already recruited, and DG, just to let you know, you asked me for 2 members, and on Thursday and on Friday and Wednesday, the 2 you asked me for, we already have in Masako. So we already have 33 members. And I'm happy to let you know that in my zone, we are growing. We are not depleting yet. We've been a very problematic zone. So in my reign, I can give you the confidence that we're growing. We are not reducing, up to including payment of dues. But my ask is, let's get clarity on that card, because it's a fantastic benefit for members. Can I also, I asked a question in the wall, is one of the problems that we have on that card, not a problem really, one of the requirements of that card is that you must have paid your annual dues. Annual dues, it's a requirement. And then the 500 shilling is paid on annual. But which annual? Is it calendar annual or is it Lionistic annual? Let's get that verification. I've already recruited several members who that is the benefit for them. That's a significant benefit. So if we can have that clarity on the privilege card and have it selling out, I think it will be a great thing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, DG. Good afternoon, Lions. My name is Launwere Wycliffe. I'm an FDI as well as the CEO of Sabatia Eye Hospital. I just needed to ask a simple question. Must this camps be done by Lions site first? Because from experience, we know that when a donor really wants to help other people, they also need to start thinking about collaborations. And in other areas, you know, we have other people doing this. We have Fred Ollos Foundation. Right now, there is a new cataract project in Kenya being supported by Lions, LICO, the Lions Aravind Institute. They are supporting cataract. So if for instance, the Lions site first is a bit overwhelmed, I think if there are funds towards that, we can think about our collaboration with other facilities around. And trust me, right now, things are not like those days when it was only Sabatia, Loresho, and Kikuyu. We have so many players in the sector, and some of us are members, we are Lions, and it does not necessarily mean that we do not work for Loresho, but we are Lions. And number two, hospital like Sabatia was founded and started by Lions. So it's a Lions hospital. So is it that we've just closed our eyes so much, or we just don't want to think? And then number two, with all respect, DG, that position, there are so many other people looking at it, the second vice, so we'll talk at another point.
Hala. Right. Convener, you had something to say. Convener Moses, your hand was up. Please keep it very short. Thank you.
Quite short. Just asking asking the DG and the board, is it possible that wherever they said, they have a camp outside, we get notified so that we can talk to the members, the Lions members who are within that area, to join them so that they can work together. That's another way we can be able, when they join in, they can be able to talk to one or two people and we get more members in Lionism. Thank you.
Right. There's one hand that has been firmly up. Okay.
Thank you very much, DG. Mine is just a comment about the hospital. And that is why I'm saying to all of us, we are dealing with human beings. Now, convener Shoda here brought in the human element about politics. You cannot stop people, Governor, from thinking and talking the way they want. And this is not what we want. One of the comments that come all the time about Lions is about be kind. So if you can identify yourself, all of us, with the feeling of those who come because they are needy, all the way, even if it's 100 kilometers, to have their eyes checked, and then you cancel 11th hour, are you being kind? We are just hoping those who work there are also Lions. I mean, we may say so, but I was reading yesterday's newspaper where somebody is saying they sell feelings. It's not like selling feelings. Lion, where we will laugh until his nose cuts. But think about it seriously. You know that what he said cut across. I felt, oh my God, because they are saying, is it about Mulima? We don't want those sentiments. Let's protect, let's prevent people thinking that way. And it's very easy, be kind. And Governor, you don't have to feel bad when you have to say that. We don't want those sentiments. They spoil the name of Lions. Now, the other thing, whether you are level-headed, he said that maybe the work is overwhelming and the site first is not the only ones who can carry out the eye checking. Yeah? But allow me to say this, that's being simplistic, isn't it? Because if you have other people doing it, like Dr. Joyce here, we have to pay for the services. Now, Lions International, one of the things is site first. We have funding from all over. I am talking carelessly. All over means where? Find out, isn't it? get involved, because obviously we may have not so much, they may be overstretched. We may judge them wrongly because we don't know. On the other hand, self-interest, they're also human beings. It creeps in. A mandazi here costs 15 shillings. If I'm selling it to Region Chair Rosemary and she has the door with glasses, I'll sell it at 80. You know, the human factor, we need to kill that. Because by the end of the day, even if we say wrong things, we are human beings. Let us remind our people to be kind. It's not fair. That hospital in your place may be generating a lot of money. We don't know. Or very little money. We don't know. Governor, let us make it our business to know. So that when we talk, when we bang the table and step on top of the table, we are doing that from the position of knowledge. Get involved. We cannot afford to sit pretty any longer.
All right, thank you.
Governor.
You have 30 seconds, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nathaniel. I speak on behalf of the Leos because that's who I am put in a position to represent. And I think PCC and just said exactly what I wanted to say. If there's a consistent problem, and I'll tell you why I'm saying consistent, it's because a few years ago when Masaku Pioneer, my Lions Club was planning a medical camp, the kind of language that we received was not kind. The same thing happened earlier on or later on last year. The Leos organized a camp. The Leos had everything set until that moment. They fundraised themselves. And until I think almost a few days to the event, they're told, oh, it will not happen. And even at the same time that information was given out, another poster was released for medical camp somewhere else. I think my questions are three. And firstly, I am extremely happy that we are having a sober conversation, politely without feelings or emotions. I think that's how progress happens in discussions like this. And being level-minded or level-headed, my first question is, number one, if there's a consistent problem, if we know this person is the person speaking rudely to anyone who is inquiring about medical camps and it is not lion-like, or it's not culture, or it is not manners, for lack of a better word, can we not deal with specific problems? Let's not generalize it. Let's say this person was rude this time and this time and this time. This person is a staff. There's a code of ethics towards the same. Because if, for example, we show the Leos, this is how you can talk to people and get away with it, I don't think that is right. Okay. That is question number one. Sorry. Question number two. Even as we progress to maybe say this comes, and I think my president, Lion Caroline, had a strong point to say, if they're held and controlled, maybe in counties, my idea is a bit opposite. Maybe if they're controlled by clubs, because then this can be a marketing tool of what, or the great work we all do. And then number three, it would be very important to just echo what was just said a minute ago, that however these things are controlled, that we have a lion who sits in that council. For example, if we have an outreach program, my suggestion is maybe we can have Were sit in the council that advises part of that, and we don't have one individual who's not a lion who then decides for the rest of us. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I believe we are done with the convener.
I don't know. I'm walking to the treasurer just to find out if he reports about the income that comes from the Lions Service Center. No, let me ask him. Sorry. Huh?
Governor, I have one suggestion. I think we are admitting there is a problem. And I don't think we are going to solve this problem around this room. My suggestion is that the Lions Site Fairs, the Service Center, these are activities of Lions Clubs International District 411A. And the governor is actually the boss. And as I say, the governor is also a board member of these institutions. My suggestion is that we'll go round, we'll spend a lot of time, we'll not solve any problem here. I would rather we leave the governor in charge, and I know he's doing a lot of work behind the scene. and then he can report to the membership what has been the progress. That's my suggestion.
Excellent. Thank you, thank you. The final convener, Lion Emma, for marketing. One simple question. We gave you a task at the first cabinet meeting to ensure that the Lions Kisumu gate, that you put the correct Lions branding.
Yes.
Yeah, was it done?
Yes, it was done.
Excellent. Excellent.
All
Thank you.
protocols observed. I just want to make one comment. Currently, from July 2025 to 1st of February, we are having a marketing campaign going on. All clubs are encouraged to apply in that campaign. The results will be announced during April, and the winners will be announced at the international convention. So I want to encourage all the clubs to do that. Then regarding that logo at Lions High School, I was requesting maybe from the district, even next year, if we could have somebody who is in charge of maybe drawing the logos or advising, so that all the Lions institutions within the country, within the district, they can be branded or they can be rebranded with the same person to create uniformity. And lastly, there's one thing in marketing called communication, but there's some of these issues we're having is about communication. Can we communicate at the right time, use the right channel, and use the right mode? For example, I know he's well conversant with all the social media pages, but there are people in this room who are not maybe in Facebook page, or they are not in Twitter, or they are not in Instagram. And yet, as a club, most of us will embrace technology. So even as Lions, as we go out there, can we use the right marketing tool? If you are going to the local community, can you use the local barazas? Get somebody to use the local language. If you are having the youths and the Leos, it depends with your club. Can you use various forms of communication to reach your audience and in good time? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our report is adopted.
Sorry, your first point was about a competition. Please elaborate.
Okay, I'm going to send a circular and all the requirements, but you have to submit it before 1st of February. I'm going to send the guideline and the circular to that effect.
Thank you. Thank you. Her report is adopted. Thank you to all conveners. Those are the reports that are in the book and the members, the conveners present, the main conveners. So the next item is presentations by the district governor.
Thank you, CS. I think we can do the presentations when we come back. Isn't it?
Yes.
I think it would be best that we go, when we come, we hold up, we do the presentations, then we continue with the other party that they want to hold for us.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I like the word party. Yeah, let's do away with banquet. All right, so closing remarks from the district governor.
I will not use many, but I want to thank you, all of you who came to this wonderful second cabinet meeting. We have done a lot of progress. And when I said that we're not going to do a cabinet meeting the way we normally do it, where everybody comes and reads, then sits down, you are the ones to judge. Was it a good cabinet or it was a bad one? Did you see the change? Did you see the change? Do we adopt, we'll be doing cabinet meetings like that? Let me thank you sincerely. Thank you, Lions Club of Nakuru. I know that in these 5 months, we'll see changes. About the hospital, I don't want to repeat what was said, but something will change. Remember that in every year, we vote for the directors of the board. Be ready. Be ready to have a change in those boards. Be ready when you are called to come. Be ready when you go there, even without a card or a card. If you see something is not going right, please speak out. Lions and Leos in the powers. I don't want to keep everybody here, but second vice, I was hoping you are going to call for this mic, and since you have done it, please.
Actually, the vote of thanks.
Music. Thank you, all protocols as observed. As it is mandatory for any grant that has been disbursed by LCIF, I would like to propose that grant 27476-411A, the Disaster Fund Emergency Grant, disbursement of $15,000 that was disbursed by LCIF in December of 2025 for the purposes of the disaster that took place in Elgeyo Marakwet. I would request that this grant is now completed, and I propose that it be closed. Thank you.
Proposer? Do you have a proposer?
Yes,
Yes.
proposer and a seconder. So you need a seconder? Now, we need a zone or a region chair. So,
Lion
you,
Martin.
you see you are doing this, I don't know what you mean by doing this. That is not communication when you do this. With all said and done, Lions and Leos, let me say thank you. I look forward for tonight, and be ready that when you see Lion dance here, you'll be dancing and asking for money. So make sure you are dancing and asking for what? Please come, let's enjoy. And he said not much. $10, $20, $30, $100, what you have. Please let us enjoy our night and be in time. We have awards here. When you go, please be in time. Thank you, Director of Ceremony. You have done a great job, and you are a great lady. Remember, your club lost 8 members, and talk to PCC. He will show you the way. Asante sana.
All right. Vote of thanks. You can just stand there. We shall announce that at the end, please. As OGW comes along, I have a quote: volunteers are not paid, not because they are worthless, but because they are priceless. Remember that.
Wow, this has been one of the longest cabinet meetings ever which I've attended, but I think it's been very fruitful. Fellow Lions, Leos, all protocol previously established. Mine is a very simple task to thank you all. When we heard our prayers, it was a thankful prayer. When we had a speech and words of wisdom from Engineer Denson, it was also very thankful because we learned a lot. Fellow Lions, Leos, distinguished cabinet officers, invited guests, and dear colleagues, on behalf of District 411A, I take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to each one of you for your presence, commitment, and valuable contributions to the success of this second cabinet meeting. Our heartfelt appreciation goes to our district leadership for their guidance vision, and timeless efforts in steering the district towards impactful and meaningful service. The deliberations, reports, and resolutions shared today reflect our collective dedication to strengthening Lionism and advancing our service goals. We are truly and deeply grateful to the host team here in Nakuru for their warm hospitality, excellent organization, and attention to detail, which created a conducive environment for productive discussions and fellowships. Special thanks to all cabinet officers, zone and region chairpersons, and Lion leaders for your active participation, constructive engagement, and unwavering commitment to the ideals of Lions Clubs International. As we leave this meeting, may we carry forward the spirit of unity, accountability, and service, translating our plans into action and truly making a difference in our communities. Once again, thank you all for your time, dedication, and continued service. United, we serve. Thank you.
Thank you. First Vice, OGW. Even me, I want order. All right, all right. Our toast to Lionism will be recited by Lion Rani Ramchandani. Please come to the front. And as she's coming, the one AOB is that the convention registration is on, and the early bird ends February 28th. The early bird ends February 28th. $180. MD411lionsconvention.org. Thank you. Yes, there's a small discount for Leos. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Leon. Oh, okay.
Good evening, Lions. Just charge your glasses, please. Okay. Ready? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, raise your glasses and join me in drinking a toast to the world's largest service club organization, Lions International. Let Lionism grow from strength to strength. Lionism every.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. So two announcements, please. We shall reconvene at 7:30 p.m. And number two, there's a bus, the Lions bus, school bus, is willing to take those people who are going short distances to their hotels and back. Okay? Yes. Please come hapo tuende haraka haraka. Thank you. District Governor, please adjourn the meeting.
Oh, thank you. Be seated. Be seated. Be seated. There have been no further business today. In the spirit of we serve, I declare this meeting adjourned. Fellowship continues.